Okay, we're gonna get this show on the road. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Welcome to week 3, our match of the week. We got Samyang Fire versus Passion Daddies. Finally getting those stupid Europeans out of here. We're not casting them this week. We're gonna mix it up and send some new people in here. I'm excited to see Samyang Fire. There's gonna be some good ones today. We got some tier 1 and we got some tier 0. Unfortunately, only one tier 0. Apparently, there was a walkover. Unfortunate, but is the nature of doing things online. But we got a bunch of good games for you guys. You're gonna be excited to see them. So we're gonna get started with our tier 0. We're starting that up first. And that's gonna be between Ben Elton and Little Chava. We're starting on match point.
Alright, so down in the bottom left, in the olive, we have Little Chava. And in the top right, in the navy blue, it's Ben Elton. So, of course, Ben Elton for Passion Daddies, and Little Chava for Samyang Fire.
Yeah, DM Keen, because, of course, why would you use one alias everywhere?
Oh, hey, you're one to talk. You have like 2 names that you're trying to get
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yeah, once that genie's out of the bottle, you come and go back in.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And I mean, I don't even think you can defend anything right now. Neblime, not lemons.
Hey, I'm not claiming the high ground here like you. You know, I'm down there wallowing with the rest of them. But look, I only have one name on BattleNet. I never have multiple names on BattleNet. All right. If you find Neblime, then it's Neblime forever. You know what I mean?
Until you're smurfing to get up tech.
No,
we're not seeing
happen.
We're not seeing anything too weird from Ben Elton. Starting with that pylon right at the natural, looking like he's gonna set up some kind of wall.
I mean, what would you try on this map, right? Proxy doesn't seem particularly attractive to me.
I mean, like, given the spots we're looking at here, wouldn't proxy gates up by the mineral third not be terrible? I mean, it's never easy to proxy Zerg to begin with, but if you think your opponent's gonna be greedy, go for hatchery first.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Because it's a 2-player map, why would you even try that? Because it's pretty much guaranteed a pro's going to be here in time. If your opponent's opponent isn't sending a pro to block your hatch first, like, why not? That probably means they probably are proxying if that pro isn't there at that time. So I don't think it's really what you want to do here. But there is still the option of Gateway or Forge, or what Ben Elton seems to want to do, just a Nexus. Who needs a Forge? He's gonna get that Forge.
Yeah, I think he's just delaying it a little bit. You don't need to rush to the cannons.
That probe gets taken out. That probe in Little Chava's base gets killed. That's a huge deal.
Oh, he lost it just the drones. That's crazy.
Yeah, 2 drones got pulled and they actually picked it off. They, cornered, started stabbing it. That's how I imagine it anyway. Okay, he's gonna send another one. But that's already pretty bad. Leans will be out here, so if Little Chava really wants to, he could block the scouting here. That could be a huge deal. We do see Ben Elton going Forge Nexus Cannon.
Yeah, correctly reading his opponent, even though he didn't actually get to see what was going on. His opponent only making 2 links, so it doesn't need to rush to that cannon and making the right call on what his opponent wants to do.
He did see the pull timing. That's what he really needs to know. Okay, looks like Chava won't go for the block here because 2 links is quite frankly not enough. If you have 4, you can kind of stop it with good micro, but 2, there's just no way the pro's going to get in for sure.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's so easy to see what's going on with the Protoss base. There's that giant, fantastic ledge for that Overlord to hang out at. Sees that there's a photon cannon. Just the one being morphed in, so nothing too unusual. And we're starting that gateway now. Ben Elton showing us exactly how to play this, and meanwhile, Lil Chava taking the 3rd base at the mineral only.
Yeah, pretty standard play for Chava, I would say. It's a bit tricky for Zerg to defend further away than that on this. And for the Zerg in this matchup, mineral only is not too bad. You don't need that 3rd gas for quite a while.
Well, it depends on how many hydras you want to make, right? Am I right?
Well, think about the mineral gas balance there, though. Like, you don't need 3 gas for 3 bases to make hydras.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm just poking fun. Hydras being so powerful, especially on a map like this. It feels like you know where your opponent's gonna be. You have a nice it's gonna be hard for us to engage through this. Like, as long as you can get past the ramp or maybe move through the high grounds. I feel like Hydra putting pressure on the Protoss natural seems strong.
Yeah, well, you have to consider the how easy it is to SimCity, right? That's, I feel like, the main factor in Protoss defensiveness. So when we look at this mineral third, problem is to get to like the wall to the right, it's going to take a bit of space. So unless Java like dedicates to putting hatcheries there, it's going to be kind of tricky to defend. We'll see what he wants to do here though. He could just be the aggressor here coming out with 5-Hatch Hydra, we don't know.
Yeah, definitely never know what's going on exactly, but I mean, I feel like we're probably getting a Spire here. You have the Overlords in the base, they see that the Stargate's starting down, and you want to just at least make some Scourge help mitigate some of the Corsair pressure.
Yeah, the way Chava's playing so far, I think you're right. We're just going to see a pretty macro play here, and the drone already in position for that. That probe's still alive. Oh my gosh. Okay, there it goes. He lost the first one pretty fast, but the second one lasted.
Yeah, I actually don't know exactly if Ben Elton saw the Spire being started before he lost the probe in the main. It was very close.
I think he's aware of what's going on in any case. So this Zealot, by the way, was coming partway across the map, actually turned around because that probe saw all those links. That's really nice reaction by Ben Elton.
Yeah, a lot of lanes on the map, and still hasn't added on any extra cans yet. Just sticking with the one at the front, not even adding the second for safety. Not quite yet, anyway. And we're seeing that we're getting +1 ground weapons, but we're not getting the air weapons, so not really committing to some big Stargate strategy.
He didn't even start the Corsair here.
Yeah, that is a little unusual. Maybe just because he feels comfortable with how long he had the probe alive in the base.
Maybe he's just trying to fake Zerg out here, but Zerg does have a Spire. Okay, there you go. I was going to say, it's a dangerous game not making the Corsair there, because what if he does just make Mutalisks? Then you're probably just going to die. But okay, Ben Elton does go with Corsair, just getting that Citadel a bit faster instead. Oh my gosh, there's a gap in that wall.
Don't ask me about walling on this map. Don't ask me about walling on any map.
I know what the wall should be. So the gateway should be touching the minerals on the right there, and the forge actually needs to be underneath the gateway, and then the pylon touching the gap on the left there. That's
okay, very cool.
It is a bit awkward because the pylon is quite exposed, but you can always pick it.
So this,
I think you can get a faster lurker aspect that way too, because you're done with both upper upgrades. Although I'm not really sure why he needs to rush both upgrades at this point in the game. Well, of course they're coming in. The thing is with the Zealots, because if Speed Zealots are coming out, as long as you have Hydra speed, it's pretty much fine. Range doesn't make that much difference there. Oh my gosh, this Corsair.
I mean, the only thing I could think of is that if you're trying to put the pressure on for both upgrades at once, wouldn't you think that's... Oh my god, this is Corsair. There's 2 more Scourge waiting in the main, though.
I mean, where's the cannons? Okay, you can just go to the cannons. Oh! 1 hits. Yeah, when does it get taken out, though?
Yeah, it does survive it, though. So, yeah, before we were watching the play of the Corsair running for his life, what I'm thinking, though, if you're getting both your Hydra upgrade really fast, like, that doesn't sound like you're trying to rush into Lurkers. That sounds like you want to be able to fight speed lots, but also siege the natural. Seems like it's an aggressive setup, right?
I mean, even if you have range, you really want to fight the speed lots on the map at this point? I mean, look, he's going to have to retreat. It's not that many Zealots, I will say. But he's still just going to be relying on his defensive setup here, so I don't know. It doesn't seem super beneficial to me, but at the same time, I mean, he's not spending his money on anything else, I guess.
Yeah, well, the Zealots moving up towards that high ground pod, putting pressure on that third base. There's no static defense here, but plenty of Hydras. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough. Yeah, enough to deflect it. I don't think the Protoss can really risk going in. Meanwhile, see Psystorm started on the Protoss side, but he's quite a ways off. High Templar just being started now, so no energy. Like, it's going to be a little bit before we can cast the Storm.
He's going to need a considerable number of cannons here, I think. There's a lot of Hydras coming off, and there's not enough Speed Zealots to fight them.
Yeah, we're even seeing, like, not even going for that Lurker, really just smashing Hydras. I think he just wants to put the pressure on. These Zealots going for a counterattack, but I don't think that's a good idea. I think these Zealots need to be home.
Well, if Ben Elton can somehow survive, but okay, he's just going to die, isn't he?
I think so. The cannons aren't finished yet. Even the +1...
trying their best.
Yeah.
He does send the Zealots home.
Yeah, we're so far away from Storm, too. There's no way.
Oh my god, it's like 20-30 seconds away. Oh, and these Templars are going to get taken out. He needs to pull them back more.
I think you got to make Archons right now, don't you? Like, they're never going to survive long enough.
There's no time. Oh, looks like they'll get picked up anyway. Archons aren't that effective versus Hydras anyway. Stormy's finished now, but all his Templars are dead, so what can he do? GG.
Jeez.
Chava. Smacking him down.
Chapa not messing around. Not on this one.
it was a really strong build. Really, he just got all his economy up, and there's just like, this is how many Hydras can produce here. Can you handle that? And if the answer is no,
Yeah, I was kind of kidding about Hydras and how ridiculous they are, but apparently not kidding. Apparently I'm just foreseeing the future. Oh, we're going to be moving into game 2, though, see if this one plays out a little bit better. This is on Towcross this time, and got this one hosted up whenever you're
ready. You have the replay.
Yeah, it's hosted. I'm waiting for you to join.
Oh, you're telling me you hosted. I thought you were asking me to host it. What am I doing? Alright.
Nah, I got you, buddy. You're here to just join in and help me out.
Alright, I'm in.
Fantastic. We're starting our game 2 on Towcross, see if Ben Elton can pull this one back, although if you're going for a Hydra strategy, like Towcross doesn't have a ramp or nothing, that seems like it might be pretty good here too.
Okay, so in the top right, in the Peach Zerg, it's Little Chava, currently up 1 game. And at 6 o'clock in the green, it's Ben.
Yeah, I'm hoping we see a little bit of a longer game, but these Hydra builds so potent, very hard to defend, especially if you don't get that good scout. And I think this might go back all to Ben Elton skipping on that Corsair just for a little bit, didn't really get a read on the build.
Absolutely, it's very important you get that scout at that exact time. I mean, he could have scouted the double hydrogen, right? If his Corsair went through at the right time, and I guess that kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. Because I think if Ben Elton just got enough cannons to survive, got up to Storm, it's not so good for Zerg because he didn't have an Evo chamber even, no 4th base coming down. But in theory, Protoss can power pretty well on 2 bases come out later.
Yeah, I think if he hadn't bought enough time for the storms, that would be enough to deflect it.
What is this pylon?
That's a good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a gateway for sure.
I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be a gateway, but never deny a player their true right of like racing the cannon rush.
I know. You need a gateway for a shield battery, don't you?
Yeah, I believe so. There's that gateway. A good read. I mean, I think no one was really fooled by that one. So, but we're getting the.
I just presented the possibility. It's up to other players to develop the meta. You know, if they can figure out how to make a forge work in your base instead of at your natural, then that was probably pointless. But you know.
Well, I don't know how this meta is going to look going for this kind of gateway first, not building any kind of defensive wall versus an overpool. I mean, maybe if Chava goes for those 2 lanes again really quick, but we'll have to see what we're really looking at here.
Well, the thing is, if Pro doesn't get a good engagement with this, it kind of doesn't matter what the builds are. Of course, it is better than going hatch first. He's going over penalty and getting at the block here, and that's really important because Little Chava needs creep here as soon as possible to get a sunken. Progress get pushed back. Oh, comes in for the block again. Oh, this is why you always pull 2 drones, Chava. Okay, there comes the other one.
Yeah, actually, Chava during all this wasn't making any links, right? They just finally starting his first set now. Just wanted to keep his minerals up so he had the chance for the hatchery as the moment he could do it.
Yeah, that actually getting extremely low. Chava sees what's going on though. His drone going into Ben Elton's base. Must be pretty happy you drone scatter, right?
Yeah, actually didn't make any additional drones and has 2 lings on the map with 6 more on the way. I actually don't know how 2K is going to hold this anymore. I think this is like a doomed situation for our Protoss hero.
Yeah, I mean, this does happen sometimes. It's like, aha, I'm the aggressor. It's like, really? Have you heard of Zerglings? Okay, this probe. Oh my god, he doesn't want to lose this probe. He really needs to see what's going on. Of course, Java going for 2 hatchery gas now. In response to this. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if Chava isn't careful and doesn't keep making lings, the Zealots can actually come across eventually. But for now, Ben Elton is on the defense.
I mean, I do like that Chava's moving across the map with the lanes. He's going to be able to outrun the Zealots when he sees them move out and know he has to slam down some Sunkens, possibly.
Yeah, I don't know about this. This is very ballsy by Ben Elton moving out here when these lings could easily go back into his main. I guess they will retreat. Yeah, so by the way, the probe got taken out, and that's a pretty big deal, actually. Ben Elton really needed to keep it alive as long as possible. Okay, wow, Chava is going to go for a 3rd hatch here. That surprises me.
I mean, you see your opponent's committed to like a 1 base zealot pressure. Wouldn't you want to just go 3, like a lot of hatcheries right now, maybe get your link speed, and then that's all you really need to survive this. Is just some static D and some links.
I suppose you just spam out Zerglings.
We're just starting Nexus too, but there's no cans, no nothing. This is so scary. As Protoss, like I would never want to do this. This is terrifying.
The problem is, if you go for third hatch, then like that means you're not spending the money on drones and potentially something at natural, and you have this other location to defend. Because if Protoss just even kills that third hatchery, that's pretty good.
No, it's possible, but if the Zealots are there killing the third hatchery, he's wide open for a counterattack, isn't he?
That's the problem with this. And there's no forge even started yet, so... Oh my god, he starts the cyber? What? I mean... Well, this is crazy.
I think he might be moving just into some kind of like speed lock kind of thing or something.
This is too many Zerglings. Van Alten's pretty lucky speed isn't done right now. He would be so dead. That's so many Zerglings.
Yeah, we're still a bit of a ways off, but no way to reinforce the cans or anything. It's just going to be the Zealots.
I thought they were just trying to run past there. Oh, the probe gets taken out. So annoying. Uh-oh. He needs to just put one Zealot there and hold position. Okay, there you go. That's so many Zerglings though. This is looking real hairy for Ben Elton. I don't know if he can hold here. I think that cyber is a mistake. I think he needed a forge ASAP. You get one cannon here and it's probably fine as long as the Zealots can fully block it.
Well, we're seeing from Chava though.
Even put it as part of the wall though. I don't know. There's just going to be enough lings here, isn't there? They can break.
Yeah, that's like that one Zealot wasn't even enough. They just ran past.
So baits him over to the side, baits him over to one side with a little attack, then comes in for the surround. Ben Elton does pull back pretty well and starts the probe drill. Well, not drill, just puts the probes anyway. I don't know, I think this is enough Zealots. The probe's doing a really good job, but we're already down to 3. Still, Chava's such a good player, right? He is a beast.
Yeah, that was very smart decision making from little Chava in reaction to seeing the unorthodox build, but I'm curious why Ben Olin did that in the first place. It kind of felt maybe a little desperate, like or maybe just was off his game that day. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, after that first game, wouldn't you be going like, you know, Forge Class Experience doesn't look so good right now when he can just produce that many Hydras that quickly?
I mean, I'd be scouting for a Hydra all in, just, you know, make more cannons is what you would think, right?
I suppose so. But still, that was a bit unfortunate that, you know, his kind of aggressive build there didn't really achieve anything.
Yeah, a little unfortunate. But we're going to be moving into our Tier 1 games now, so we got a variety of matchups, but a lot of Terran today. So if you're into Terran, this is your day, I guess.
Hooray!
Hooray! You're going to be pulling your weight on this one because we're starting with the TBT.
Excellent. The best matchup, the matchup of kings, if you will.
The matchup of old people because they just don't have the APM to keep.
I don't know if there are AKAs here because I'm pretty sure this isn't the actual name. This is Puck Frodos. Can you let me know who that actually is?
I cannot. I can do it afterwards. I think this
Right.
This is Fox versus somebody. I just don't remember the other name was offhand. Listen,
yes.
Hold on. No, we can real quick. We're in the beginning of the game anyway. I can just turn it on. It's Fox versus Shobu. See? Look, I'm ready.
So in the grey, in the bottom left, it's Shobu, and the top right it is Fox in the magenta. See, that one I knew. And Fox already going to go for an 8-Rax here, it looks like. Or not even an 8-Rax. What is he doing? Is this BBS?
Alright, so...
What is he going to...
So you can definitely tell me if I'm wrong, but my knowledge is 8-Rex isn't all in, but BBS kinda is?
Yes. I mean, you still definitely want to do damage of 8-Rax, so you're going to be behind. But the fact he only has 6 SCVs right now is perplexing me. Like, I would have thought if you want to come across them, you just do it on 8 supply, because that's kind of the most economical way to do it, where your Marine will still be out early enough to cause damage. But instead he went with 6. I guess he's not going to send in a second SCV here. I'm not really sure what the justification for getting 6 instead is. I guess it's just like an all-out bunker rush instead. Because typically with 8-Rax, you can try and get a bunker up, but normally you're just trying to like micro and shoot down some SCVs and you're back to your normal game.
This wouldn't be any kind of sending it out early enough just to dodge the opponent's scout, right?
I mean, in a way, yes, but also with 8-Rax, you should be able to do that. I mean, he did go through the middle of the map, right? And if his opponent was going to make an 11-Rax on the map to scout, I suppose it would have been seen that way. But I don't think that consideration is really worth the extra economic damage you take doing it that way. Well, we'll see what Fox has planned.
So which player is Fox? Because I don't know.
That's my precious. That's my precious.
Of course it is. Because why? See, this is what I'm talking about. See, I can have gripes now. When it's 2 people using aliases, come on. It's a mirror matchup.
Okay, so we see Shobu going for a pretty normal opening here. Oh, already just starting the bunker just like that. but that's the exact time the scout SCV was coming.
So what is the point of putting the bunker at the opening like that?
Well, he can just leapfrog bunkers forward. As soon as you have one up, it becomes extremely difficult for your opponent until they can make a bunker of their own. And the barracks for Shobu is not quite done. But with just one Marine here, this isn't that intimidating. But if it can get in the bunker, it can do huge damage. Oh my gosh, it's actually going to get round. No, get in the bunker!
Oh,
that SCV! Needs to middle walk it. Okay, he gets 2 Marines in the bunker. Oh my god, that's huge. And now these SCVs are trapped over here for Shobu, and Fox is going to start leapfrogging his own bunkers in. I think that bunker's a bit far forward, but whatever. And Shobu not really building a bunker of his own, which I think is what you need to do here.
he is building one, isn't he?
Okay, he just starts it now. That's Fox's bunker being built in the south, but Shobu just started his. But it's 1 Marine versus 2, and once you pick that Marine off, already Fox is going to have the advantage here. Oh my gosh, 3 Marines out now. Okay, SCV's being pulled. Oh, nice focus fire by Fox, but it is 2-1 somehow. SCV's pretty good unit, I guess.
So we're not really seeing from Purple though. He's not building any more workers. Not trying
to have that war for Fox. The only advantage he has is the fact that his bunker is containing, which could work out. If Fox can take the quick expand here, it's going to take a little bit of time for Shobu to get out. Or is he going to? So he's going to trade for what SCVs he can. Problem is, it is 3 Marines to 3, so he can't really win that fight with the SCVs helping. No, this is just a waste for Fox, I think. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Well, I guess neither player has any Marines now, at least.
We are seeing a just got fixed now. Just a little error from Puck Ross for a second. There was 4 guys on the gas, moving that barracks down. So really reinforcing this wall to keep him in the base. But
so he does want to contain him here. That's why I put this barracks here to make it harder for vultures or whatever to run past. And he's making more not vultures, Marines put back in that barracks. So until Shobu gets a tank, I don't really see him getting past this. You could try and run a vulture past, but he'll be injured. And I don't think Fox's factory is so late that 1 vulture is going to be a game-winning factor here. Well, maybe.
I mean, there's nothing.
He's going to lift it out. This is genius. Look at this. He's just going to lift it out. He's going to say, okay, you put your bunker there. That's fine. I'll just go elsewhere.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. We do actually get the SCV scout out, so Puck is going to be able to get over there, see exactly what he's dealing with, and see that the first factory is not even done yet.
Yeah, it was very delayed for Fox, and you know, even he kills a few SCVs, but he's slightly behind, I reckon. Except for this. Here's the thing: that first vulture for Shobu, if it comes straight away, I think it'll be able to kill 3 more SCVs before Fox's vulture is out. It's going to be close. I mean, that vulture already started for Fox right away.
Yeah, vultures versus vulture is like, that's just like a microfest, isn't it? Or is it kind of like you're ensured you're going to be able to defend it? Can you outplay it?
Well, it's always kind of like Ling versus Ling. It's like, well, whoever gets that first engagement kind of just wins. Actually, I guess that's more like Meter versus Meter, because it's very easy to moving shot vultures, unless there's some terrain to help you out when you're running away. Usually, if you win, you can just move and shot down the rest of your opponent's vultures. But okay, Fox's vulture is out actually plenty of time here. But Shobu looks like he wants to lift over 2 more factories.
The purple vulture moving out at just the wrong time. 2 vultures coming into the main right behind it.
Oh no, this is huge. This is going to do enormous damage, I think. Well, that SCV's not going anywhere.
Right. So in the meantime, though, we did see a very big deviation in the tech from our two players. That Puck went for 3 factories while Fox ended up getting a starport.
Well, it's not going to help him now when all his SCVs are dead. Oh my gosh. This vulture's doing so much damage. And there's only 1 vulture coming back for Fox. I don't think it's enough. Declining to make a tank, making more vultures instead, which I think is a mistake here. Because now there's just more vultures out for Shobu. Like, even with these SCVs, I'm pretty sure he can... Oh my gosh, that repair though. I can't believe that vulture's alive. Well, I guess Fox will survive, but at what cost?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised though that both players, like, Puck hasn't been...
To be really critical of that he flew that in there.
I mean, he already has a couple factories made though, so he should be okay for a little while. You never want to have to just remake a barracks for no reason, but it's not the end of the world.
Assuming he's going to expand someday, he's going to need more. And so even if he's still on 1 base, if eventually there's siege tanks on both sides here at the natural, having the barracks would be extremely useful. So I think it's a big mistake by Shobu. Okay, first Wraith is out, but seems like Shobu anticipated this actually, getting to Goliath. Actually lifts his other factory back in the main.
Well, you remember, he had the vultures in the main, so he saw that the starport was done.
Oh, I suppose you're right. He must have done. I didn't realize they went over to that side, but I suppose they must have barely seen it. See, that Wraith not going to do anything. Oh my gosh. He's going to lose it.
Oh, no.
That's a big mistake as well. Should have cooked it all the way back there. So Fox not looking good right now after taking some SCV damage. And also his starport just came tonight. He's just stuck here making one factory vulture. As soon as this bunker's down, like, he's going to be able to be pushed back by this Goliath tank coming out of Shobu.
I was going to say there might have been an opportunity for Fox to push across with the vultures. There's no pressure on the map right now, and there's just the one tank sieging into this bunker, so maybe a couple vultures moving through could have gotten something done, but I think he missed this opportunity.
Well, Fox does have mines, which is like the saving grace here, I suppose. But once there's enough Goliath out, that's kind of going to be negated, I believe. And even the CC's way ahead of time for Shobu if he can't land it. Oh, okay, laying plenty of mines here. And he's be careful with that tank. I don't know if Shobu saw those being laid or not.
I'm not really sure. As you see Fox getting into his siege tech now, and has the expansion being started at the base. The expansion for Puck well ahead, but not actually in the. It's gonna have to fly over.
Okay, oh my gosh, he's gonna run into these mines. I think he knows they're there by the way he's moving, or maybe he doesn't. Oh, I stand corrected.
I think maybe he had an idea they're there, but maybe underestimate how many were there.
Could be. Maybe he thought it was going to be one mine popping up. And you see that Goliath actually attacked the Vulture Marine there. That's why it got hit so easily. But if you just make more Goliaths, you can deal with this relatively easily. And even the Siege Tank does a decent job against mines as well.
Yeah, that's what it seems that Puck's trying to do right now. Is just pop one up and let the Siege Tank kill it for him.
I'm surprised Fox tried to go in there. I think that was a bit of a dodgy move, leaving the Vulture for nothing. He was trying to get the units to shoot his units instead of the mines when they popped up, but he went in like way too late. The mine was already long dead.
Well, I gotta say, as far as TVT goes, this is a lot not what I was expecting from this matchup. This game opened a little different from both players, and
yeah,
even like what I'm used to seeing a little bit. Like, I'm not like, I usually don't see Goliaths this early. It's usually just more tanks and like really turtling up, or like a lot of vultures. I feel like this game's not particularly standard. Is that about right?
Oh, man. Yeah, I'd agree. I'll talk about it in a moment. I mean, it tends to be one of the best compositions because it can deal with Wraith. Goliaths are very good against vultures, and they're good enough against tanks that if you pull SCVs as well, you can kind of manage it. Okay, it looks like Fox will reclaim this spot here, but I mean, Fox have a great positional advantage, and the economies are close enough that I don't think that's really a deciding factor. The position is really what matters in this matchup.
Yeah, I would say one thing that I'm a little surprised that we're not seeing from Fox, that he has so much gas banked up, he's not investing in the cloak for the Wraiths he keeps building. He's not investing into starting his upgrades with the armor he already has. Like, he's not.
To be honest, I would say that it's not really worth it to get cloak. I'd rather you get another factory and more tanks to be more worth it than cloak here. Because you're only going to have one port worth of Wraiths. And say you show up with like 3 cloaked Wraiths, it's not really that big a deal. Like, maybe you get a tank, but like if your opponent has scanners denies it, you've invested a lot and it's really not worth it. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's what I was saying. Like, I feel like Shobu, after clearing those mines, needed to push out as far as he could, but he neglected to do so. So now Fox has this setup very close to his base.
Yeah. So looking at this position where you're going, you would say Fox is looking much more comfortable just because he has that little bit of map control. Although here comes that
Fox
Wraith to push this back.
But yeah, that's a very good way to do this actually. But the thing is, Fox made a Wraith of his own, and if he can bring it over here and repair it, he could win that fight. Okay, but Shobu paying attention will go straight into the fight there. He only needs like one Goliath shot. Oh, nope. Goliath gets taken out. But see, this Fox is building an engineering bay too, and once he gets turrets set up here, this position becomes a lot more difficult to push back. Now, you can do it using tanks and sacrificing SCVs, I think is...
Well, tower finish for Fox and being nearing completion for Puck. Wonder if your player's going to make... But like the one move I always see in this matchup that seems like it can really turn things over is going for a dropship and just throwing some vultures at your opponent.
Absolutely, vulture drops can kill so much. I mean, it's nowhere near as good as it is versus Protoss, but it can still kill first you.
Promise you don't need to run me.
Okay, here it comes. Shobu coming in here with the tanks, but unfortunately the SCVs are a bit behind, but he does pull more, and I think that will be enough to break here. The Wraith's doing a great job trying to damage these tanks. They can be picked off a bit more easily by the enemy tanks, but I think Shobu barely enough. will break through this position.
I thought Shobu was going to win that a lot more handily. He moved into that with more tanks, but that
Look,
extra time it takes to siege up and just take the free shells is so bad in this matchup.
It was not an optimal engagement by Shobu because he had his SCVs and his tanks kind of mixed together. Ideally, you want to have your SCVs just like, you know, a little bit in front of the tanks so that the enemy tanks fire at those, don't hit your tanks at all, and then have to reload before they fire again. But we see again, Shobu is not pushing forward and taking in what position he can. He's sit. So Fox is going to be able to reclaim a position very close to this, it seems like. Oh, that Wraith going to go down. It's a bit annoying for Fox if he loses this eBay as well after setting it up there.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's under a real threat to be lost again. He actually was flying the barracks over again. Might lose another one, but wisely changes this.
He lost the other barracks, not
Oh no, Fox lost the barracks recently too.
Really? How did he lose his barracks?
I think he flew it over, and then I saw him remaking another one.
The Goliaths.
Yeah, with the Goliaths.
Right, actually. Okay, so this dropship's out. What do you drop here? Do you go 1 tank 2 Goliath, or do you just get 4 Goliaths? Oh, he did make vultures. Okay, that's fine then. I was wondering, like, whether you want to take tank 2 Goliaths, because that doesn't seem that good, really. I mean, it's okay, but if your opponent just has 2 tanks, it's kind of like, well, this is what I got.
Well, I mean, like, if you're only using one dropship of units, it's never going to be enough real muscle to get anything done. So you would, like, why wouldn't you only overdrop vultures, the thing that's going to kill the workers the fastest?
He flies right over Fox's tanks, though, so Fox sees this, and I think Fox will have no trouble defending this with his rally. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you want maximum vultures if you're going for just SCVs, right? Because they do the most damage to SCVs. But of course, the bigger the drop gets, the more you want tanks to blow everything up. So, Shobu actually turns around. This Wraith looking for this dropship, but I think it will get home again.
Well, it found it, but yeah, it's turning around just in time.
Ooh.
Actually, this is interesting.
Yeah, using it to bust there. Needs to lay mines, though. These vultures not laying any mines. Bit of a miss micro from Shobu there. Really wanted to lay those mines immediately, but he will still break through here with a superior tank count. Just a bit less efficiently than he might have done. So that was actually a good little kind of like with background, like, actually, I'm dropping your tanks. So now, when Shobu takes his high ground, his position's looking better and better, actually. He will kind of be able to flank down and push Fox back from this other close ramp as well, I think.
Yeah, well, we do see Fox using all this time setting up his next base in the bottom right, so far away from all these tanks. Shouldn't be under any threat anytime soon.
Unfortunately, Shobu lost a lot of SCVs breaking, so he's actually 10 SCVs below where Fox is. Wow, Fox actually Shobu getting a Valkyrie here. I don't know against Wraiths. Like, 1 Valkyrie versus a few Wraiths, kind of actually good for the Wraiths because they can just pick it off pretty.
So, is there that Valkyrie micro that you can use against Mutalisks? Can you use it the same way against Wraiths, or is it not really work the same way in this matchup?
It helps. It helps if you have, like, Goliaths or turrets to hide under or something, but, like, I just don't think it really makes the Valkyrie worth it, just doing that micro. Because look at this, there's like 1 Wraith and 1 more bit was built. Wow, he actually is going for Cloak, though. So maybe you're right. Maybe Fox is going to make a few more Wraiths here.
Yeah, both players finally starting their +1 weapons as well. Feels a little late, but given how hectic the early game was, it's understandable. A couple vultures come to this bottom right there. They're going to see this base set up, though.
Yeah, I don't like this mineral only at all from Shobu. I really think he should have taken the gas base as well. So I feel like even losing these SCVs, Fox has a pretty good advantage having this CC down in the bottom right as well. Like, Shobu has control of his high ground, so he should be able to push up to the top left no problem.
Yeah, he's got the tanks up there. They're not even sieged though, but it definitely feels like it'd be a hard position to break. I really don't know why. He's actually building. He's building another command center. That's looks like he's gonna float it there, but it's still like, why is he building it so far away?
So he does think in TPT. As long as your opponent believes your tanks are siege, that's all that matters. But he does siege them up now, like you say. So yeah, I do question this, but hey, you can spam out a lot of vultures, and like turrets are useful as well. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but I just feel like Fox is taking a nice advantage by having the gas.
I'm actually really kind of like what Fox is going for, though, going into a little more of the race, because I'm looking around Shobu's base. There's not a lot of turrets. There's not a lot of like spotters to see something coming, and we're seeing a big drop, 3 dropships down the south side of the map, see if they can get something done.
Well, this is the thing. The Wraiths are out of position for that. There's 1 Wraith up here. Maybe there's another one. The army? No, didn't we have 2 Wraiths? In any case, I think this drop will go down, do a lot of damage, though. Later in the game, like, the more dropships Shobu's getting, like, the more chance there is for Fox just to pick off a lot of them, get an advantage that way. But right now, this is looking devastating for this base.
it's going to siege up. I mean, even if all the Wraiths came up here right now for Fox, they're not going to be able to clear these Goliaths or anything. So this is actually a huge move. Oh my gosh, taking out that tank easily as well.
Yeah,
these vultures, they are not getting up there. They can give up and go home. So Fox chasing these dropships with this one Wraith, and I think he will get at least one, which is nice, but I don't think it's worth this base. And you know what, I guess maybe I'm a fool because Shobu's mineral will be looking a lot easier to defend here if the situations are reversed. Of how far away this gas base is.
Yeah, you actually already see Fox has units up at the top side that looks like they're poised to attack the top left base. That isn't there though, so nothing doing.
Yeah, if Fox can get up there and siege and fortify it with turrets as well, then it's going to be a hell of a time for Shobu to actually ever get up there. And like, if he wants to split the map his way, Shobu needs that base. Or Shobu accidentally lifting his CC here, presumably would have comps that. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Landed. Okay, there it goes. These SCVs dancing back and forth.
Well, Shobu moving that next base up to the top left, right as Fox is moving some units there, so that CC is just gonna hang out in the air for a while, I think.
Once you have their tanks, it's extremely strong. Especially, like I was saying, if you don't take this gas base, you have to do something like that.
Yeah,
okay,
so we are seeing, like, I'm looking around, I don't see Shobu moving towards that science facility to keep his upgrades going. Completed the +1, seems happy with that.
Oh my gosh, these dropships need to watch out. I can't believe Fox isn't paying attention to that. Could have killed both dropships there probably, but there is a Wraith and Goliaths. Sorry, not Wraith, Valkyrie and Goliaths. Valkyrie getting a shot off at least. Yeah, this is the thing. I think it looks like Shobu really just wants to try and bust with everything here, but I think he barely decided not to do it because he has those 4 STVs. I think he wanted to use those to soak shots, but with the Wraith to hit the dropships, I think he's just barely doesn't want to do it. And look at this, Fox bringing so much more units up there. I think this is a really strong move because if Fox secures this top left and eventually,
like, you could just take a little bit of time, just get a couple macro cycles of tanks or something going.
Yeah, it is disappointing. I'm looking at these factories and they're like all idle, unfortunately. So yeah, this is a bit disappointing from Shobu, the macro, whereas Fox, I feel like, is kicking up this macro very well, despite a bit of a difficult start. Even losing that base, he's still up on supply because of that. So unfortunately, that CC is probably not going to make it home, I have to say. So yeah, the positions are getting more and more locked down. Shobu's running out of time to make something happen. Even though Fox doesn't have that gas base, he did retake the 12 o'clock. It looks like he's going to go straight for the main here, but he's going to lose a dropship, and that's the one with the Goliaths in it. So one of those dropships is actually empty, dropping just 2 tanks. Nope, gets taken out.
And a Wraith popping just in time.
Oh my gosh, this is a disaster for Shobu. Oh god. Yeah, he's going to lose all his dropships and their contents. That was not the move he needed.
Yeah, and you see moving up to the 12 o'clock brings a couple SCVs into Valkyrie, like a little, I think Shobu just getting a little razzled with how this game is just a little chaotic, just not really handling the pressure very well.
Yeah, it seems like he just kind of like right-clicked his dropships over without any real plan, or he didn't like scan ahead see what was there, because there's like quite a few turrets he ran into there as well. And I mean, this just shows Fox's better macro though, the fact that he's made all these turrets everywhere, which is I think what you want to do with your spare minerals and everything. That's like his edge in this game, it seems like.
Yeah, I really like.
To be honest, I think we're nearing the end of the game because I don't see what Shobu can do from here. No, seriously, he just doesn't have enough units, and Fox has this top left, which is an incredibly key location.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just think that's so awesome that Fox is like, nah, this is my base now. He's just gonna take it. There's that CZ that tried to float over, it's gonna have nowhere to go now.
Looks like Shobu's. Oh, that's it. GG.
Okay. No GG, but maybe we're gonna just say that was allied chat. You know it happens.
It could be top west bottom. Could be top west bottom. Benefit of the doubt, like I always say.
Yeah, definitely. I want to see more from Shobu in the next game, though. Like, Fox, like the game got really hectic, and Shobu just seemed to like they didn't. I felt like they lost their game plan. Like they didn't like have like a, oh, I want to go into tanks and upgrades, or I want to go into my 3-4 bases. It kind of just seemed like I have dropships, and that was the game plan.
Well, TVT does end up very dynamic. You can't just go in with a plan for a push at a certain time. That's not really how it works, except of course for like one base attacks. So look, I think the main problem was just the lack of macro there by Shobu. If he kept his macro up, and he would have had like 20 vultures around that time, he probably could have busted in the middle, say. That's what I would have done.
Honestly, even if he just spent a lot of those minerals on some turrets to reinforce the locations he was holding and those extra bases to shut down the Wraiths.
Yeah, I don't think the Wraiths really did that much, though. We'll talk about it in a second. So on the left, in the brown, we have Shobu, currently down 1 game, and in the top right, in the black, it's Fox.
So the Wraiths didn't like harass or anything or kill any tanks. They were just defensive against the dropship. So I don't think turrets is really what he needed there.
Well, I mean, the point is just like anything. Like he had so much money.
True, definitely just make something.
Well, even before like he really started setting up turrets in a lot of places too. Fox was early in the game sent out a couple SAVs just as spires, just to get an idea if there was like air movement where it's going to be. It seemed to have a big picture kind of view of. I just need to know what's going on. I can react a little bit better.
Yeah, and even with a slight disadvantage from the early game, you can see it really controlled once it got into that TBT mid game.
Yeah.
So not going for a proxy this time. I guess he's not just a one-trick pony, guys.
But this is also not a two-player map, so maybe just wanted that super security of match point. Like I can put it exactly where I want. I don't have to guess at anything.
I mean, you could just make it in the middle. I guess it's pretty far away though compared to what he actually did.
I mean, it's definitely possible. Like I don't know, like when like you would do stuff like that. If like ARAC's just like a style choice, or if it is like I just want to like get a gauge. Maybe just do it a weird aggressive build just to throw your opponent off for the rest of the series.
Well, it's kind of exactly the same as 8-Rax versus Zerg. It's just like, well, I'm going to try and do some damage. Maybe I do like critical damage that puts my opponent really far behind, or maybe I just don't do anything at all. That's just kind of, it's kind of the same. Actually, you know what it's like? It's like doing aggressive gateway placement in TVP. Like placing your gateway on natural and sending a zealot. It's like, well, maybe it'll do something if it's doing a greedy build, all the better, but maybe it's just not worth it.
Alright, well, here's a very big deviation in the builds. We got Raxit to gas from Fox, but this time we're going CC first from Shobu.
I like it. Because you wouldn't need to proxy twice in a row, right? So I think that's a pretty cool move. I'm liking it. I think metagame-wise, it's a good idea.
It actually slows down the barracks with the harassment from the SCV, which is super useful if you're going for CC first.
That's a pretty huge deal. You know, Fox isn't even scouting yet, too, so he's not going to know about the CC first for a long time.
This feels so bad when you finally scout your opponent. You go, you did this? What a jerk.
Well, in TBT, everything tends to even. He'll be coming out with a superior unit count, but Fox has a couple of options here. He can set up like a bajillion mines on the map, and try and use that to expand to his own third faster. Or actually, the other option is Fox can go for a stun, here and try and harass, but I think that tends to be more unreliable.
I mean, it looks like Fox
has options.
Well, Fox taking guys off gas, he wants to set up a CC first, or is this like all options after the CC, right?
Well, no, this is a pretty normal fact expand build. You would take them off gas, because it's the same as TVP. If you scout that they're going still on gas, you know it's going to be a 2-fact, so you don't need that much gas, because you want to make a vulture right away usually anyway. Thing is, Fox still hasn't scouted, and he actually made 2 marines. Better for him to make 0 marines, but because he didn't scout for so long, he's wasting his minerals on this. And look at this, he's going to come up here and be like, oh. Well, the thing is, he doesn't know it's a CC first from that. It could be a Rax FE, I suppose. I think it would be finished at this time. So he's probably not feeling too bad yet.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. That SEV was pretty damaged. It actually didn't get in the man to scout what was going on. Didn't see that the factory's not completed yet, or what guys are mining gas still. So Fox playing really in the dark this time. See, I'm curious to see what he's going to pick as his check choice without really having an educated idea of what he's up against.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what he's going to do with these marines. I guess he's just like hunting for floating barracks or something. I mean, usually in this scenario, I just keep him home because there's nothing to do.
Well, we find it's the SCV that's walking around the map. The Vulture's going to be able to take care of that. The Marine's not going to help too much there.
Yeah, I mean, I think he really is just looking for a floating barracks here, but Shobu keeping it on location.
Do you like Fox's decision here to rush for this siege mode? It seems like you were saying the advantage is like maybe you get map control or something, but if you're rushing for siege mode, is that you're not really doing that, or is it work differently in this matchup?
Okay. Like I was saying, he's going to have less tanks once Shobu gets into tanks, which will be shortly. But the thing is, he'll be all the way at his opponent's base. So Shobu has to break Fox's position, and each time he does that, it's slightly less efficient for Shobu. So by the time they get to mid-map in an ideal world, their tank count will have equalized. Or, you know, if we're rooting for Fox, hopefully he's a bit further forward than mid-map by the point where Shobu doesn't want to attack anymore.
Well, I feel...
It's double port.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going wraiths.
Okay, well now, he does have an armory up, but you're going to need detection too, right? 2 port always gets cloaked pretty much. But yeah, I think this is actually designed to counter what Fox is doing, but if Fox makes the eBay right away,
think he might do, because he seems like the kind of player. Oh, that's not an eBay, that's a bunker. And it still helps, because Marines in a bunker can deal with Wraiths pretty goddamn easily.
Yeah, Wraiths versus buildings in general is never a good time.
Okay, not even getting Cloak here. He's actually just getting 2 Wraiths straight up. And you know what? Fox's eBay is on the way. I think it's a bit of a mistake because he's not going to be able to stop turrets going up here. And then he's going to be in a terrible position, only producing tanks off 1 factory himself. And with Fox already knocking on the door, this actually might go hugely in Fox's favor.
I do not understand this matchup at all. I was like, oh, that stuff looks so good for Shobu, but now we see Fox at the natural, putting the pressure on. Like, how did it turn so, like, it felt like, what happened?
Think of it this way. The standard thing for Shobu to do is just go into as many tanks as he can, as quick as he can, and by going for these Wraiths, it's kind of like an aggressive, or I guess even like cheesy play of 2-foot Wraith. So Fox is just punishing that by having this strong, aggressive build. Because I guess there's like a triangle of builds here, right? Aggression punishes tech, like safe builds punish aggression. I guess it's actually a square, because I guess it's greedy builds in the mix too. But 1 Wraith is going to come across and harass, but turret's already on the way. There's a turret already in the main. I don't think Shobu is going to do near enough damage with that 1 Wraith.
Yeah, we do see Shobu, or no, Fox taking this time right now, starting on his upgrades for his ground units quite quickly in comparison.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so many SCVs going to be sacrificed here. Fox knows all he really has to do is just keep building his economy. He's going to be in the lead. SCV's trying to tank some shots here. That was actually kind of nicely done how he didn't actually commit them. So Shobu is getting through the tank out here of his opponent. But he does still need to break out of this position. Okay, there we go. Does take... Okay, so it looks like with some good micro and sacrificing SCV, Shobu won't be in a dead position, but he's still not in a great position. Because even though he went CC first now, his economy is weaker. Oh my gosh, Fox with his other SCVs. Okay, there we go.
I mean, this spot doesn't feel so bad, though. Shobu does have a unit advantage.
Yeah.
The Wraith's moving across the map, going to force his opponent to make some turrets for defense, which is already one in the main.
He already has. He already has, yeah. You only need 1. Trust me, that's even too much. You don't... that and it's like, can't I make half a turret? You know?
Yeah, you don't have to tell me how weak Wraiths are. Everyone went through their phase when they first started Brood War. Like, hey.
I don't know. Oh my gosh. Send them back, Shobu! Ah, he's gonna lose that one as well. I can't believe...
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Well, Fox with no presence out on the map right now though. So Shobu might be able to kind of turn this around and take their position. Wow, looks like Fox anticipating a drop on the high ground there. But that is not what is happening here. His opponent just making plenty of tanks and coming across the map.
And his opponent actually taking a 3rd base that has a gas on it right now as well, while he cleared out all the pressure from Fox.
Yeah.
Fox understandably being defensive. This seems like a great opportunity.
I mean, I like this move from Shobu, but I think, yeah, Fox, I guess since he knows his opponent has a starport, he has to prepare for this contingency, but it's really shooting himself in the foot right now because he's giving up all money. If Shobu advances a bit more, he's going to be in a really strong position. I don't know about sieging there. That's a weird spot to siege, in my opinion. Like,
I mean, this is all you, man. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm trying.
Okay, so you think about it this way: you've got to put tanks in front of your expansion so your opponent can't get to them, right? Marine has those tanks. Enemy tanks can actually just sneak on the top half of this bridge and start sieging his base. Let alone like vultures running into harass. So like I would prefer he brings the tanks up here, he pushes directly across the bridge, and he keeps going towards Fox's production until he meets something to make him stop. That's really what you have to do in TVT. You just have to push until you meet resistance because you want as much of the map as you can possibly get. And any you're giving away for free, I think, is a mistake. Obviously, you know, we have perfect vision. We know there's nothing there. But I think with these Wraiths, Shobu should be perfectly able to scout there's nothing in his way. And we do see him moving up now. So after a while, he does make the decision.
Maybe he was waiting for a couple more tanks. Didn't have enough units to split him up as much. That's the only thing I can think of.
I suppose. I mean, I still think with all this vision from the Wraiths, he should have known he needs to move up earlier. So Fox is actually going to start coming out too, satisfied with his defense for the drop.
Yeah, actually starting his 3rd CC as well, though it's well behind his opponent. He has some catching up to do, although he's still up on SCVs.
Yeah, I think it might even out a bit here, because he is going to go for the drop, but he's going to be sorely disappointed by how ready Fox is for this. Like, look at that, immediately get hits. But I mean, it is still 2 tanks on the high ground versus 1 on the low ground. Does it even matter?
I don't think it does. I think that tank's very dead.
Oh my gosh. And even going to drop another 2. Oh, what does Fox even do against this? He's dropped ships on the way, but it's not going to be done for a little while. And honestly, if he puts like a Goliath or two up there, or he puts the Wraiths there, it becomes pretty tough for Fox to drop. And look at that, there's a Wraith.
And meanwhile, Shobu using this time to poke with his vultures down the south side, see what's going on, if there's a third base up, and he's gonna find it. I don't know if he's gonna be able to... It's a lot of army here.
Finish it. Well, he's gonna get a few SCVs for trouble, so that's a nice little move, actually.
Yeah, just like that, Shobu leading the SCV count. With this, he's got an impressive position up at this natural base now. How's Fox gonna actually break that?
Yeah, that's pretty tough. I mean, thing is, if he gets 2 dropships, I think it's fine. Even one like could probably barely clear this. No, I think you need 2. Okay, look at that. Fox actually made a Wraith, and if you can take out his opponent's Wraith, like there's nothing stopping him just killing all these tanks. Okay, looks like he will be able to get in the first shot, which is all that really matters in this fight. Even scans in case there's cloak.
I respect it.
Okay. So now you can go to work picking off these tanks. But there's more Goliaths coming over the map. If Shobu can get some Goliaths up there, it becomes pretty tough to deal with it. The only option you have is just sending your own tanks on the low ground. Of course, they have the disadvantage. Oh, this dropship has Goliaths, but he's not moving it. Okay, here it comes. Let's take out one more tank. Wow, that Wraith got annihilated. Okay, so he maintains his position. Oh, another Wraith coming to its doom.
Unfortunate. Actually reinforcing it a little more now. That was 4 tanks and some Goliaths for backup. This is going to be so hard to break through.
Yeah, you see how many tanks Fox brings back because he knows he's going to need a lot to bust this position. So now he's just going to be down 1 gas for the foreseeable future, unfortunately. He's getting Cloak, but again, I don't know if it's really worth it here. Oh my gosh. I don't think this is a good move from Fox. 5 tanks for 1 tank.
Yeah, that doesn't feel particularly great. Shobu now has a pretty commanding unit lead and up on bases. This is going quite well for Shobu, although we're seeing the same situation happen again. I'm seeing his money spike up a little more than I would like.
Definitely handling it better than last.
Shobu, this game compared to last game, definitely a lot more proactive in what he wants to do. I think he's maybe playing from a little bit more of a spot of comfort.
Yeah, so the thing is about this high ground position, right? Not only do you just like kill more units, you're more efficient. It's also just like you don't have to do anything. You put the units there, you siege, and then you leave, and your opponent has to spend all the APM dealing with it. But look at this drop. I don't know about dropping only tanks here. He knows his opponent has Wraiths out. So either the dropships or the tanks are going to get cleaned up here. It looks like he will bring the Goliaths in. Oh man, if he drops Goliaths in here, it becomes almost a game-ending move because Fox already lost so many of his tanks trying to bust that high ground. He really just doesn't have anything here. Oh, loses a tank there. Yeah, SCV's being pulled. SCV's the counter to siege tanks, by the way.
Yeah, I was kind of...
Look at that mine.
Oh,
beautiful mine. But more just going to drop in, and Fox kind of used what he had. GG, wow.
Very interesting. Shobu definitely showing that he can handle the match when it's going a little bit more the way he's expecting. Curious how Game 3 is going to go.
Yeah, I like that CC first opening. That's I think that's a pretty good one.
I'm curious if Fox goes for... If Fox is going to go for that bunker rush again, going, oh, how dare you CC first, man.
Well, what is it, Clayfields? Oh, I don't know.
It's Clayfields. Ah, man.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. Definitely, it seems like there's a lot of interesting build order decisions and like ways you could play TVT. It's so hard to understand when you don't play Terran and like know the little. It seems like there's a lot of nuance to the matchup that I just don't get.
Yeah, well, Chill was telling me the same thing. He didn't really understand it till he played it. Okay, in the top right, in the I guess this is salmon or peach. We have Shobu. And the bottom right in almost the same color. God damn it, guys, why do you do this? It's Fox.
Yeah, I was thinking exactly the same thing. Like, this is the worst. This is the worst.
Why do they have to do this?
They're playing top versus bottom. I'm shift tabbing. It's red versus blue for me. I'm not dealing with this crap.
Oh, thank God. Thank God it's top versus bottom. If this was melee, we'd be doomed. Oh my God. All right. Oh,
so I got Puck in the red. Idea. I'm not dealing with this crap.
Yeah. Oh wow, is he gonna go for proxy for zone? No. Again, I see an SCV not built for 1 second. I'm like, must be silly me. I do that every time.
Hey, getting baited, man. You're so excited, like, oh, here it comes, the little tiny intricacy. We can do it. Nah, not this time. Both players just building a supply depot on their base. No one trying anything crazy. Like you were a little suspect because it's clay fields. I can understand why you wouldn't really want to try proxying here. It's like such a good economy map.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you think your strengths are, I suppose. And you know, I think Fox showing superior macro in general, but maybe not. We'll see.
I mean, so like we've seen both players play their games. I actually don't know who feels more comfortable playing the later game now, because it felt like when things get a little hectic and there's a lot to manage, Fox is doing well, but Shobu showing that it's like if I'm doing my game plan and like doing what I'm expecting, he handled it well too. Like going into a longer game, I actually don't know who had favor.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, Shobu was really just abusing that high ground last game, and Fox thought he prepared, but wasn't. This is ultimately what happened there.
And both players doing similar builds this time. Not going to be any kind of build order advantage from an early CC, so see what these guys do this game instead. And it looks like they're both going to get that initial first scout as well.
Will they collide? They'll slip past each other. Oh, it's slow mo as we get closer. Okay.
The game's just trying to make it dramatic.
That's right. Yeah, so for the first time mirrored builds, not something crazy going on. Actually, is that just a mistake? I noticed that Shogu has 2 in gas. Is this something super technical or is that just an error?
I'm a little curious. It might be just to set up that slightly faster expansion. I'm kind of grasping at straws with something like that.
I mean, if he's gonna have 100 gas in time, did he get his gas slightly earlier? I'm intrigued by this.
No, they got the gas at pretty much a similar time.
Oh, man, that SCV harass though. Can you get that SCV before the Marine's out? Oh my gosh. He's gonna kill it. Oh, okay, it runs away. Remember, if that was a probe, it'd be dead.
Oh man, just get out of here. If that was a probe, it wouldn't be sitting there building a building.
That's also true. That's also true. So you admit there's a reason SCVs need more health then?
I'm not getting into this crap. I'm getting baited right now. I'm not dealing with it.
Okay, so we see Shobu actually made 2 Marines here, which is kind of the safe option. Whereas Fox only made 1. Okay, Fox is going to make a second one upon seeing that, so never mind. I was going to say maybe he could come. Yeah, Fox's Vulture was also extremely late. Not sure what happened there. Bit of a mistake. Again, it would be extremely technical, but if Shogu just sends his Vulture straight away, he could probably deny the CC, but it's going to be... No, okay, maybe there's probably not quite time. Still a bit of a mistake from Fox, though.
Yeah,
2 Vulture before Shop coming out. That's interesting. We might see Shobu come across the 2 Vultures here, because I think Fox is going to go for a shop here. Yeah, we do see that. So if you come across the 2 Vultures and your opponent's making a shop because they lost that production time, you actually just have more Vultures and you can kill their Vultures and kill their SCVs. Because the Marines are basically useless here. But okay, Fox not bringing his own Marines, which I think is a bit of a mistake. If you attack with 2 Marines and 2 Vultures, there's 2 Marines and 1 Vulture, you have a huge advantage. Even so, 2 Vultures beat 1 Vulture, 2 Marines, so we'll see. It does depend on the micro.
And they're coming in to see what's going on.
Fox pulling back. Okay, he's just going to ditch this low ground location. He knows he can't really win this fight. So on the ramp, he should have enough of an advantage, I think. I'm surprised Shobu's trying this, but he will get up. Uh-oh. This is really bad for Fox right now, because the tank is not quite out.
Poor Vultures thought he was safe, but wasn't able to hold it.
Well, no, that's the thing. You want to, if you make a shop, you want to just go straight into tanks, because then that kind of defeats a lot more Vultures where it actually gets trapped there. I'm surprised Shobu didn't do more, but he still did plenty. You want to just go into 1 tank, 'cause now he has 1 tank, right? Even like 4 Vultures showing up wouldn't really do anything. But it's just that window before the tank's out is where he did all the damage here. So it looks like Fox wants to counter here, but Shobu went straight into his own tank, so nothing's really going to happen there. The best Fox can really do is set up a position near his opponent. But Shobu moving straight out with his tank too.
I mean, Shobu's definitely set up in a much better position. Has the expansion finished and is already mining from it. Started a 3rd factory and already completed an armory. So definitely further along.
Needs to pull that tank back. Oh my gosh, he's gonna die, isn't it? Oh my god, run away!
Now this is some flashbacks if you want to start comparing Protoss, where it's like, oh, can I kill the tank and you overextend trying to kill it?
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, Fox loses his tank, Shobu loses his, so 1 for 1 at least.
Yeah, but you can already see the ramifications of that CC being delayed. Shobu already up 7 SCVs. Now just starting to equalize a little bit.
Yeah. I like that Shobu's going for Vulture Goliath here because I think Fox is going to try and rely on mines, whereas Goliaths can push through those
Fox is going to lose his barracks. It's burning right now, and he only has 2 factories made right now.
Barracks dying on every side on this series. That's unfortunate. Yeah, you really don't want to make that expense right now, especially when you lost all those SCVs compared to your opponent. Looks like Fox wants to come across and take position on the map. Oh wait, it's just Marines scouting around, so never mind. I think he's looking for minefields, but I think the minefields are yet to be placed, to be honest. Marine versus tank, who wins? Vulture wins.
I think Marine never wins, regardless of what they're fighting in that kind of situation.
Marines never win. Yeah, it's true.
Oh, Fox actually saving his barracks. One SCV that was not on the map, slightly repairing it. Although things are getting confusing here now.
Does Shobu have siege mode? Uh-oh. Okay, if he takes out this tank, he's looking alright. And that high ground advantage being quite pivotal there. So Fox losing a couple more tanks. I thought Shobu does have siege mode here, just choosing not to use it. And we can see in those small engagements, oh my god, he tried to repair that barracks, but was not able to.
Yeah, I don't get why Fox kept moving it forward. At that point, like, just take it back, repair it, then use it as a scout again.
What he wanted to do, he wants to set up siege tanks on that high ground and use the barracks for vision. That's why. Because he was expecting he would go up onto that high ground unopposed and start repairing barracks, then send it forward. That's why he moved it there.
I suppose, but I mean, the barracks got damaged from Goliaths to begin with, and he knows the Goliaths were still there. Like, he didn't kill them all. I don't know.
Yeah, true. Was a bit optimistic. Oh, look at this run by Shobu. I don't know about this. Because his opponent's vultures are going to be able to pick this up pretty easily. Well, we'll see how many SCVs he gets. Well, actually, this is not bad now I'm looking at it.
Yeah, this just keeps leaning into putting a little bit of aggression on trying to keep his SCV lead. If nothing else, it's just buying him time where it's not Fox setting up on a map. And we see SCVs from Shobu moving around a little bit. I thought he might like threaten to take that top level expansion, but it's deciding against it.
I think he was just scanning around, I'm not sure. Or maybe he's going to take the, like, 1 o'clock here. I think Shobu really needs to push across the map and take what position he can, though, because it's just like I was saying on match point, any position you give up for free is a mistake. And we see right now Fox being timid too. Shobu could push up, like, right in Fox's face here and take, like, half the map, whereas at the moment he's basically just holding his natural, maybe his third.
Now there comes that third base now for Shobu. Is there any kind of indication in like this matchup where it's like this many factories on this base is like indicating you're setting up for a push rather than setting up to expand more? Because you can always, you know that in other matchups, but I don't know about this one.
Obviously on one base you can get 2 factories, same as TVP. On 2 bases, you go up to 5 factories is kind of the most you can get, and then you have to get your third before you can build any more. But it's not really a thing that you see a Terran on 2 bases, like going like, I'm never going to expand. That's just not how the matchup works. They're just making maximum force of tanks and vultures, probably, until the point where they're like, okay, my opponent has a siege line I can't really break. I might as well just take a third.
Yeah, we are starting to see a little bit of a deviation again. Fox getting that starport and being the first one to get some rays on the map, but opponent already has plenty of Goliaths and the ability to make them, and I think he's making their engineering bag, so the turrets are on the way.
Yeah, his race didn't really work out that well last time, but I guess he's going to get his opponent's barracks as well. Okay, so Shobu going to come up here. I don't know, did he see those mines being placed? I think he did, right? Oh my god.
Yep, he's paying attention.
Okay. Okay, so this is a pretty great position. If Shobu can hold this high ground in the middle, that's a really strong position for really the entire map, because you can fire down on both the avenues to go north and south here, at least partially. And we can see if he splits the map in this manner continually, he's going to have like 3/4 of it.
Oh, just barely. Shobu actually sees that that 5 o'clock base that Fox is trying to take. Just barely.
He can delay it a little bit. I like this move with the vultures. Just running in, killing a city, being super annoying. And he can lay mines here too now. Well, maybe not enough mines. It's never enough mines for Goliaths. But still, I like the fact he denied that, especially with his own third up already. Shobu looking pretty good right now in this match.
I'm seeing a science facility on the way. I assume that's just to start the +2 upgrade.
Shobu preparing for a drop really hard here. I don't know why he suspects that, especially when he says the Wraith just came out. Because, you know, obviously when you make the starport, you make a Wraith, and then there's going to be dropships after, because you have to make a control tower. In fact, he even sees the control tower building. So I question that he's sieging these tanks back here. I think he really needs those out on the map right now.
I wonder if he's just maybe feeling comfortable more than he should that his third base was a lot faster than his opponent's. Like, I've done some damage to SCVs. I just need to not lose critical damage to something silly.
Yeah, well, I think that would definitely be a mistake because it's all about position in this matchup. Even if your opponent was only in 2 bases from now, if you sit back, eventually they're going to take more bases. So yeah, I think it is too comfortable. He really just needs to get out there and take what he can. So he's reinforcing the center position. You know, there's nothing to stop Fox from just pushing directly north here and taking this 3 o'clock at least. Wow, Vessel coming out super early here. That's an interesting choice because it does cost a lot of.
Yeah, I was curious. What are you getting the Vessel for, particularly?
I mean, you can use it for detection against Wraiths. I don't know if that's what he's thinking here, but also you can just use Defense Matrix. Is quite useful to bust positions. Like, you just put it on whichever units in front, it soaks a few more tank shots. It's definitely worth it. But it is questionable if it's worth the gas at this early point in the game. All that mine. Oh my god, I can't believe that actually went off. But the thing is, Shobu's like really expecting a drop here, because look, he even puts these mines here in the main. I don't know why he thinks it's going to be a big drop. I mean, I think Fox is going to make some dropships eventually, but Shobu hasn't seen any indication so far that that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm still not particularly thrilled. We see both players have their science facility finished, but no one's starting that next weapon upgrade.
Ooh,
is there like a critical upgrade?
Bad.
Critical like +2 upgrade?
Yes, extremely so. So yeah, that is a bit of a mistake. Well, we see Shobu's macro slipping a bit as well. Again, oh, he spent his minerals just now, but he's up to 1500 for a minute. Doing the tried and true day 9 strategy of like, well, oh crap, I have too many minerals, I'm just expanding now, so it's part of the plan.
Well, the classic strategy. Okay. I would like to see more factories though.
Looks like Shobu wants to go for a bust here in the center. You know what? I think that could be very effective because there's not that much here. Only 4 tanks. And you can utilize the high ground advantage, at least by taking the left. Okay, the Vulture's going in a bit too much ahead of their tanks, but they still will help. He needs to siege up here. Yeah, nicely done. I think Shobu will take this position here pretty easily, but more reinforcements coming up. Okay, so Fox will maintain.
I don't know how you could tell who's winning these fights. Like, I just see tanks shooting each other and like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, he actually gets a shot on that one too. So actually, no, that wasn't that good for Shobu. Oh, the Wraiths! Hero Wraiths coming in to pick off that last tank. Oh my god, get that over to Goliath. That's so much gas in that vessel. That's worth 2 tanks if you kill that. It's like special bonus. Okay. Gonna come down here with more tanks. Yeah, dude, it's like, kill it down. Oh man, really big misplay from Shobu there, sending his unsieged tanks off the high ground. The high ground is an enormous advantage. If you siege up there, it's pretty strong. Okay, and also look how many units are in Shobu's natural right now. So Shobu really botching that a bit. I think the initial attack was okay. The Vultures needed to be a lot closer to the tanks though. They were way too ahead. They went in like 5 seconds before the tanks hit. But he does still have like a lot more units here if he would just bring them out and use them.
Well, we do see, I think Shobu's kind of staying back a little bit, because you can see him up at the ramp by his natural. He's starting to pull together a little collection of dropships. I think he wants to go for a big play a little bit later, just not risk anything until then.
Well, I feel like you should put the maximum pressure on until the exact moment you want to go with those dropships. Like, I've said it like 3 times now, that any position you're giving up for free is a mistake. You want to put a maximum pressure on. I feel like he's kind of letting Fox have this 3 o'clock now. If he brought down the next wave there, I think he could have still pushed back in that position, but okay. Looks like Shobu will secure this 3, and Shobu trying to expand everywhere, Vulture's being annoying. I mean, at this rate, I think Shobu still has the advantage as long as he can secure the 9 o'clock as well, because he has the middle. But it's only a small advantage in that case. Nowhere near as big an advantage if he was able to secure the 3.
I'm not sure. Like, it feels weird to me that we have Fox actually taking the 3. Like, it feels like you wouldn't want to go into your opponent like this. But I'm not really sure like what the game plan is for both of these players, other than drops.
Because you always going to want to take the base around and can defend. Oh my god, this drop, I think it's going to be a disaster because these turrets and race, but he doesn't load the Goliaths in time. Okay, well, the dropship's getting taken out, but the drop does go down. But look at this, Fox already has plenty of units here. I think he's going to be able to clean this up pretty easily.
Yeah, this didn't go particularly well for Shobu. Like, he's invested quite a lot in that and lost it pretty cleanly. And now we have Fox with a base advantage as well.
Great defense there by Fox. Yeah, look, I think Shobu's being a bit brazen with his dropship. He's shot a match point. He kind of just like right clicks them in somewhere. You really got to be very careful and scan ahead on the whole path so you know where you're going. But he does still have all these units out here.
Yeah,
Fox,
I don't get this again. We're seeing from Shobu building Valkyries before a really critical mass of Wraiths is building up.
Yeah, well, I mean, this time it's going to work out because Fox is making a lot more Wraiths. I don't know if he might have scanned that. I hope he scanned that because then that would make a lot more sense. Because I think the Valkyries might be the right choice here because we see 3 starports up for Fox.
And definitely, just feels like there's weird decisions being made. Finally, though, Shobu taking that like 11 o'clock base he was trying to take earlier. There's a mind denying that for such a long time.
And I love this move on the left of the map. See how he's moving across the left here because he wants to make sure he secures 9 here. If he sieges up here now, later in the game, it's going to be a lot more difficult for Fox. So I think that's a great move. Wow, 3 Valkyries out already. Wow, he's been doing this for a little while, hasn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he scanned something and started, or if he just like as a happy coincidence. I'm not really sure what prompted him to start building them.
Maybe this is like some super next level play where he gets a few drop ships and like does a crappy drop, so he makes the opponent think, oh yes, he's going drop ships. I'll make all my Wraiths and catch them later. Okay, here come the Wraiths. But the Valkyries are ready. 3 Valkyries, all getting right on top of the Wraiths, which is really not what you want, but doing so much damage. Oh my god! Wow.
So, funny little thing I just saw from Fox, these vultures that are down by the 7 o'clock, a bunch of these ran just past them, just out of the range where they were going to get shot up.
Oh my god.
So, I don't know if Shobu now knows that there's a base there because he saw them with the vision of it, but he didn't kill anything, and these cloaked Wraiths
them off pretty easily. Okay, so looks like the battle lines are being drawn.
So you see how the map's getting sliced up. Who do you favor right now? It looks like Fox has a much better, like.
No, it's the same as before. It's a slight advantage to Shobu because he has the center. It's perfectly even. Look at it in terms of bases. It's perfectly evenly divided except for the center. And you know the center isn't worth that much. It's only like a few minerals, but it's better than nothing. So Shobu has a very slight advantage here. And not only is it the minerals there, the fact that you have these high grounds kind of surrounding all directions is actually really useful too.
I see Shobu trying to move his CC up to the top left again, but not going to really get anything done.
He's doubling down on his Wraiths. Oh my god, Shobu needs to be careful here because if it's undetected for like 2 seconds, that's all the Wraiths really need to kill the Valkyries. She pulls back a bit, which I think is a great move. Oh, he's going to go deal with this Vulture, never mind. I thought he was just going to pull like a screen away, which is perfect. But now, without these Valkyries and Goliaths, these tanks are vulnerable. Okay, he does come back. Oh my god, yeah, these Valkyries, I think were worth it this time. Oh boy.
Man, definitely a lot of losses on both sides, but we see Fox has quite a supply lead. Although Shobu again with the macro, tons of stuff banked up. I would love to see some, especially you keep stressing how much this middle high ground's worth it. Like, let's put some turrets there, right? Or something. Sure, you see your opponent really going in a race, just lean in.
The thing is, you can't build all over it, but you can build in the center-ish of it, so you can definitely put a bunch of turrets. We see Fox actually going for battle cruisers. I'm not really sure I like that, to be honest, because I feel like he hasn't really exploited all the base he can. Wow, actually, look at this on the left. Oh, there's a bus going on the right as well. Okay, look at the left in a minute. On the right, Shobu trying to move up here, but I don't think there's really much hope of succeeding. There's even some more tanks in the back that Fox isn't using.
That D-Matrix is so good.
Yeah, that's huge. Look at that tank. It just won't die now. A lot more tanks coming up for Fox, though, so he will maintain the position he has. But Shobu putting on nice pressure there. Oh, careful those Goliaths.
Yeah, Fox throwing away a little bit of his supply lead there. Still is maintaining what he had, but felt a little more aggressive than maybe he needed to be. Or maybe just that D-Matrix was that pivotal.
Okay, so on the left side of the map, you see Fox can actually sneak up to this high ground. If Fox secures the 9 o'clock, he has an enormous advantage.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. That's like a clean slice of among especially the gas bases, more than anything else.
It's not only that, the fact that it's a high ground, if you have this high ground, you can actually like shoot down into the paths north and south here quite well. Like we can see that Fox's position on the right side of the map is a lot better because he has those 2 high ground tanks on that side. Okay, he's going to head up here now, and these vultures aren't going to stop it. Ah, man, Shobu must be kicking himself not putting anything there right now, because that's basically just going to be Fox's base now, unless he can come over there with a drop. By the way, Fox building up battle cruisers here, which I was about to talk about before this action happened.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, I see him actually adding more starports. I saw at least 4. I'm curious, how many starport battle cruiser can you actually maintain without destroying your ground army strength?
I have no idea, to be honest, because they build so freaking slowly. They build so slowly, it probably costs less to build battlecruisers out of Starport than it does to build Wraiths. I don't know, don't quote me on that, it's probably not true, but it feels like it because they're so damn slow. Damn, a pretty poor attack by Fox there, actually. This is quite a few tanks. Nice scans, though. And he is weakening that position. There's a traffic jam in Shobu's main right now, when he really needs these units to come out and reinforce.
Oh no.
So yeah, about the battlecruisers, I don't really like it because it's not like every position is completely fortified. I think the battlecruisers are only the right choice when there's no way to push anywhere. Like everything just has a billion tanks and all mines and all turrets. That's when you get them and you start picking away at your opponent ever so slowly. But if Shobu doesn't know about it, they can definitely still be worthwhile.
Yeah,
okay, we see Shobu actually making a bunch of Wraiths, so I wonder if he might actually have already.
Shobu's trying to push down the right side a little bit, like really try to get something going.
And I think he has enough. I think he really does have enough here, but he's not bringing it all. Look how many units are left behind in the north. Nice D-Matrix though. I mean, that D-Matrix is actually really paying for itself. That vessel has been quite useful so far. Okay, if Shobu takes out this 3 o'clock, that's a considerable chunk of Fox's economy there. And this position is getting dangerously close to the natural. Fox forced to show the battlecruisers now.
That's a lot of battlecruisers.
Shobu might have known about them already. Yeah, but Valkyries don't do anything to battlecruisers because they have base armor of 3.
That's comical.
Okay, so there's a few Goliaths here, but not quite enough. I guess Shobu didn't know about it because he didn't make many more Goliaths. Thing is, the Goliaths can fight battlecruisers fairly easily. Like they're not bad against battlecruisers at all. But if you don't have any anti-air, the battlecruisers can definitely pummel anything on the ground. So
yeah, I was actually curious to see. We saw Shobu's had his science vessels for a little while now. I don't remember if he actually researched EMP because we do have the energy now for a couple of Yamatos, so it's definitely worth getting it if he has it.
I don't think you would research EMP just because it costs so much gas, right? And it seems like a fairly unlikely scenario where we actually have to worry about that.
Well, I mean, we would start it now, though, right?
Well, look how much gas he has. The answer is not much. And he's not mining gas from the top left 2 base, which is actually a big mistake in management there, when gas is really what he needs above all else. I mean, if you spam a lot of turrets, it certainly helps. Oh man, Fox is going to take the center here. Fox is going to take the center, the 9, and the 3. In here and clean up everything after the fact.
Yeah, I mean, is this the kind of thing you're going to really commit for? Because even like you're saying the middle high ground is really important, which obviously it is, but there's no gas there.
GG. I think he realizes that with the battlecruisers already out, he's never going to take that back, actually. So, damn, Fox.
Yeah, alright, well, that's Fox taking it 2 to 1.
Yeah.
Good stable play from him, despite having the early deficit. Like, stayed in it, played a stronger late game. Shobu definitely, I think the macro slips a little bit for Shobu.
Yeah, I think Fox doing a better job, like, managing his army and positions around the map, and, you know, he's mining compared to Shobu. Like, I feel like Shobu made, you know, quite a few, like, I guess, inappropriate attacks, I guess is the way to put it. And Fox really knowing what he needs to do, sticking those tanks up onto the 9 o'clock is actually really key there. Because I feel like Shobu might not have even attacked if that didn't happen.
It's definitely possible. I'm just curious, like, maybe because it's Terran versus Terran. I assume that's the kind of matchup that you don't get to practice a lot on the ladder. And maybe, like... well... I mean, it has a reputation that a lot of people don't like it. I don't know how true that is.
Oh,
just
you
has
mean
a
like
reputation.
People dodging? Oh, I guess.
Or like cheesing. They don't play like a long game.
Oh, well, when I play TPT on ladder, that doesn't actually happen that often. Alright, well, enough of that nonsense matchup. We're into true matchup, TVP. In the bottom left, in the blue, we have Crazy. He asked me, please go easy on him in the cast. I'll try not to be too harsh. And the top right in the red is Fujikura. Wow, I didn't know Fujikura is tier 1 now. That's pretty good.
Nice. So we're gonna go easy on Crazy by reminding our glorious fans that Buenaventura last week showed up crazy.
Oh,
so,
come on, that's just evil.
Well, no, I'm actually like, I want to see that Crazy like took that as like, all right, and like, because if that happened to me, I would like grind my mind off for this. Like, I'd be so ready for this set. So I'm curious to see if Crazy's like gonna really bring out the big guns for something here.
Okay, so TVP on match point. I like it a lot for the Terran, to be honest.
I like it a lot for Arbiters.
Sure, I mean, recall's really good, but, you know, I feel like you can't rely on recall to say you have an advantage. It's just an option you have.
Yeah, I agree, though. Like, just the Terran be able to go up the left side, secure 4 bases, 3 with gas, lots of high ground, and lots of chokes that are hard to navigate through. Definitely feels like Terran slicing the map up it's hard to break. So usually like I like how open things are for Arbiters, but I feel like Protoss doesn't want to go super late to the game. Maybe keep your pressure on in the mid game, something with a little punch to it before you hit max.
Yeah, well, was it Snow we saw here, or someone else who just did like super aggressive shuttle play here, and took apart his opponent?
I'm not sure if that was Snow, but it sounds like it'd be Snow.
Whoever they were playing like Snow, just like dropping everywhere. I think that kind of style is definitely the kind of thing Protoss really wants to go for here, because for the same reasons the map's good for equals, it's good for drop as well, because you can come in on this whole wide angle. And yeah, I don't think getting to the late game is really what Protoss wants, but it depends on your strength as a player, right? If that's where you feel confident, you shouldn't let the map stop you, I don't think.
Yeah, actually, I can't even I'm so mind warped on this matchup recently, just because I've watched that Stork series like 2 or 3 times now. It just goes carriers every freaking game. It's like maybe this is a carrier map. I don't even know.
I don't remember the game on this map. Well, how did that go again?
I'm not sure if there's one in particular. This one, I just keep looking at every map, going maybe carriers. Like I haven't tried it. Maybe.
I do remember that series though. That was ridiculous.
That was fantastic.
You're saying maybe carriers. Stork saying always carry.
Well,
I imagine he has a chain around his neck with a little carrier on it. He's just that committed.
He just misses Katrina, the true map.
Ah, that's right. The only balanced TVP map.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Even I wouldn't say something so bold. So we see from the Terran, we get in the factory, pulling guys out of the gas, looking like they went rounds this early. So I don't see why you would try to do anything super aggressive as Terran here.
Yeah, I always wonder when I'm playing this map about this small ramp. Because I'd put a bunch of mines there, and maybe I have a semi-wall and 1 tank. But I think to myself, I'm like, well, if Protoss really wanted to, they could probably come up there. It's just the kind of threat of how badly it could go kind of holds them back,
Well, yeah, because if every time you go, oh, what if I just run up there? There's 2 mines waiting for you, or just an SCV just in your way, so you take a couple tank shots.
If I had only 2 mines there, I would expect to die. I mean 10 mines at least. But even then, I'm looking at it, I'm like, is it enough?
Well, I just always think every time I'm trying to go up that ramp, it's like, oh, I can go up that ramp, and then you're trusting Dragoon AI to move units correctly.
Yeah, that's true. That's the real reason.
Now we do see that CC being started from Crazy.
It's a DT rush with range. Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
I did see the cyber was slightly early, and I wondered about that, but I thought, it's nothing. It's just 1 probe's worth. But
I got very suspicious when I saw the pylon all the way at the top. I'm like,
well, that's the thing though. A lot of the time, Protoss puts the pylon there just to pretend they're going to do this, because it doesn't cost you anything. So I was like, oh, just putting it back there to try and look sneaky, But well, yes.
I'm not sure. We got a couple of goons though. Range about to complete, and we're still sending goons across the map, but with only 1 gateway done. If you're doing this DT rush, wouldn't you have to start a second gateway now, immediately?
Yeah, I think he's going to go for the Nexus, though. I think he's figuring that if he doesn't have protection, 1 DT is enough, not to kill him, but to put him in a game-winning position. Because, yeah, obviously you can survive 1 DT much more easily than 2, but it's still going to do so much damage. He'll try and down with that tank. I think Crazy has no idea here. I don't know what happened to his scouting SCV there. I didn't really see.
It got pushed up by the Dragoons earlier.
And then what happened to it? Did it go home?
I believe
because that would be a mistake if he sent it home, but I don't expect he did. I think Dragoons must have killed it. So yeah, Crazy in the dark here a bit, unfortunately, and I think just has no idea what's coming here. Oh man, that barracks might die. Repair. Okay, he lifts it. Oh, I don't know about that though, because I mean, even without the DTs, these goons are kind of scary. They could come in and hit these tanks. Okay, the tank's fighting back though.
Yeah, did we actually see anything get upgraded from the machine shop?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, losing that tank. That's...
Ouch. That's why you don't want to lift that barracks. I reckon just try and repair it at all costs. No, we don't have anything from the shop yet. I think what Crazy was going to do here was a push with Marine Tank, so he's going to get a bunch of tanks up. That's why I didn't spend the gas on the upgrade, but against DT, that's not going to be that effective. Well, if he'd started mines earlier, which I believe he could have afforded actually, this might be a bit different. Still, it's not easy to defend with mines. That's not recommended.
Yeah.
Oh, he's that 1 DT.
Yeah, it's coming across the map now. There's no detection at all here. Mine's just being started. It's gonna be quite a ways off though. And I got a bad feeling that this DC's gonna do more damage than it ever should.
Well, Academy is on the way. So, and it is only one DT, so... Oh wow, he's actually picking off these tanks. I love this move. I mean, sorry, these tanks, these Goliaths. Damn it, Dragoons.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The Protoss unit that doesn't work out very well. Okay, so he actually kills those 4 Dragoons, which is pretty good. Now, this DT will do some damage, but like I said, it is only one, and the Academy is just about finished here, so it might not be too bad. And look at the SCV count to probe count. This actually might be okay for Crazy, assuming you can deal this DT relatively painlessly.
Honestly, until you pointed out, I didn't realize how bad it actually was. And remember, DTs take 2 hits to kill SCVs because they're broken, so it's gonna be... We're not gonna be slicing through all the economy immediately. Second DT on the map gonna meet this army halfway through and start pushing it back.
Yeah. Well, I think it's fine for Crazy to move out there and at least make him show that DT there and push him back. Because if he'd be doing something greedier, maybe he could come across and kill this Nexus. So, yeah, it makes sense that Protoss has no probes here because he still had 4 Dragoons and rushing DT and getting a Nexus. He's got to cut something. So that's the disadvantage he has. So I think as long as Crazy can deal with these DTs soonish with the scans, he'll be okay. But the problem is there's a few DTs running around. He's only going to have 2 scans available. And the mines aren't really in the ideal positions. Okay, trying to take that one out. Not quite able to do it.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm a little surprised that Fujikura actually added on these 3rd and 4th DTs. I wasn't quite expecting that, but the turrets aren't going to be able to get finished, and like you're saying, very limited scans. This might actually work out quite well. Well,
quite honestly, I think Crazy's being a bit slow on the draw with the scans here, letting the DT just kill all his units, even though the scanners are done. Now he doesn't even have enough to kill it with one. Like, I feel like the scans were done when he still had 2 tanks, a Marine and a Vulture, and that's plenty to kill a DT, but he just didn't scan, and now all his units are dead. And he's trying to rely on his turret, because he needs to scan here. He has 4 Vultures, but again, he's just not scanning. He's letting them kill all his stuff. The turret does get up. I think maybe he just forgot that he was getting scans or something.
The turret barely got up, just now dying here. Has the scan, but it's going to be DT versus SCVs.
Yeah, again, all his units are dead at this point, right? Like, he needed to scan when he had those 2 tanks. I think he was trying to save the scans, but if you're already building the turret, all you have to do is hold out for that to be built.
Although I don't really like Fujikura doing a lot of damage to his attack, GG's now, but he dropped his macro entirely for that fight. So if Crazy managed to hold it, I think he actually could have been okay.
Yeah, I think that was a bit unfortunate for Crazy because I think he actually was in an okay position, especially killing all those goons. If he just kept his units together, scanned instantly when the scan's done, and just scanned to get that turret up, I think he would have been totally fine. But his units were just like sitting on the DT, and the scan was finished, and they were just getting killed.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab some water before we jump to our next one.
Well, I got the game up. You take your time. And while we got a little break in the action, we can just let you guys know, in case you just joined in, what are you watching today? You're watching Match of the Week. We do this every Thursday starting at 6 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be mostly the higher, like we're going to pick one of the teams. We're going to do their higher level games. That's like the Tier 0, Tier 1 area. We're going to be showcasing some of the closer games that we had throughout the week. And really just showcasing like, hey, if you join CPL and have a good time and like really try to focus up, you can have really awesome games like these. You know, getting DT rushed. This is not like, that was not the game to do before this example that we're going to play this. We also have a little bit of time. I can tell you that I know on the 18th we have another show match. We're doing this Apocalypse show match series where we're doing like a best of 9 between 2 players, like 2 notable players in the community. So we got one coming up on the 18th. Not sure exactly who that's going to be between or the time, but I'm going to be plugging all that stuff at the end of the stream. We also are doing like little lesson streams throughout the week. It just the normal cast, like just by our community cast. There's plenty of people just showing up all the time. Like there's a cast like every day, it feels like. We're really getting all these things casted for you guys. So much content to watch, plenty of people to follow. Just be in the Discord, being that there's a CPL official cast channel where we advertise all that stuff, so you guys easy to find all the information.
All right, I've returned.
Perfect timing. Going through a quick little plug of some of the CPL stuff, and you sat down like the moment I finished.
Nice.
Alright, going on Tau Cross. How do you feel about this matchup for Terran here? Because I don't know
Also
it.
very good for Terran.
Also very good for Terran.
In a minute, yes. So on the left here, we have Fujikura in the red. Oh my gosh, that probe. Ah, okay. On the right, we have Crazy in the book. Okay, so first thing to consider, that high ground where you can drop tanks, that looked tough for Terran, it's way worse for Protoss, because you can't just put your own tanks there. You have to like drop something up there or something. It's hell. So even if Terran doesn't do anything, just the fact that that's a possibility is very intimidating for Protoss. And I did cast a game the other day where we saw Protoss getting early shuttle. I'm like, what is he doing? Is he going to bulldog? But it was literally just so that he could put goons up there just in case a drop was going to come there. And also, like, kind of exacerbating that is the fact the mains themselves are extremely vulnerable to drop as well. So it's very worthwhile for Terran to go for a drop on the high ground and then launch a drop, or vice versa. And then it gets worse because there's so few bases on the map that Protoss can actually take in a long game. Because if Terran kind of pushes towards the other main, he can easily... Oh my gosh, well, let me stop talking about the late game, because that's not what's going to happen here. You know what, this map's pretty good for Protoss because there's no ramp. That's it.
Yeah, that was going to be the question I was going to ask you. You're doing your spiel that this is a 3-player map without a ramp for defense, and it feels like I always play Neo Sylphid very aggressively for the same reason, that it's a lot easier to break through.
Yeah, I mean, obviously for the Zealots, it doesn't make that much of a difference, but of course, we're going to see a goon follow-up here because this is just going to be one gate, I believe. So I expect it's going to be one gate Zealot, then goons. Well, I could be wrong. He could go for a second gate here, because he is cutting probes, actually. I'm just surprised it's a bit late.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It feels late for 2 gates worth of stuff.
Okay, he does send the probe back. He does send the probe back, so I think, it's just going to be one gate, I'm pretty sure.
We're already building a second pylon?
Yeah, that is pretty early, huh?
Yeah, that's very early.
Cyber there soon. Oh my gosh, this probe harass. Crazy trying to repair, but he can't even reach. That's so unfair that the probe can reach to hit the SCV, but you can't even repair it because it's too far into the building. Oh my god, he's gonna get it, isn't he? Oh, one hit away. Okay, it does run away.
Just somehow. Go kill it. Go kill it. It's worth it.
No, because he needs this probe alive with the Zealot, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so like I was saying, we will see a goon follow up here because he's getting gas right now.
Yeah, I don't know how much I like this going for, like, it's a very forward gate. It's going to get a little bit of extra pressure on, but, like, you have to invest in that second pylon so early. Like, it's not like 2 gate really committing to getting the damage done. I'm not sure how much I like this.
Crazy Scout is extremely late, and he's going the wrong direction, so he's not going to know that Zealots are coming until they're in his base. And if he makes a mistake and comes out here and makes a bunker, I think he'd have to cancel it, and which could get some value that way. But he does already have a very good Sim City set up. Maybe making 1 Marine. Okay, he does make a second one. Yeah, I think you're right. This probably isn't going to be that good for Fujikura. We'll see. It does come down to the mic. And look, this SCV is going out here. It's probably going to start a bunker, even without the Marines.
Well, if nothing else, it sees the Zealot a little bit ahead of time.
Yeah, I think Crazy just needs to cancel that and forget about it.
Yeah? Okay. It does get cancelled. Well,
you know, it makes sense to make the Zealot hit it as long as you can, buy some time. Okay, get another Zealot.
Alright, we're going to see what we're going... We finished that Cybernetics core. What's going to be the tech choice from here? If we're going to be getting that range, like...
Dragoons. His tech is going to be Dragoons, trust me.
Well, no, like getting Dragoon range or getting something that might use gas in a different way.
No, from here, Protoss is just going to expand and like make units for a little bit.
He just DT rushed, man. Let me play it up if that's possible.
No, that's not how it's going to happen, man. So, okay, really nice micro so far by Crazy. Not taking much damage at all on these Marines. Does take up 1 SCP, but that's not really what Protoss is looking for here. Oh, nice. Pulls back that Marine just in time. Vulture comes out. This Zealot attack is over. Needs to, I was going to say, needs to get a machine shot there. So Crazy will be able to secure his natural pretty easily there. And you know what? Fujikura didn't really do anything. Oh, look at that EVA block. Oh my god. Turns out you're right, by the way. He's actually getting Citadel. I'm so sorry. You're right, did you?
Yeah, I'm actually just really scared for Fujikura here because you see, like, the Marines didn't get killed. You're not building up Dragoons right now. This feels like your opponent, if they want to, could just slam down, get like a tank or two, do like a little bit of a late FD, and actually do really big damage because you have, if nothing else, you have a gateway in the middle of the map. You're never going to be able to defend it.
Sure, but the thing is, Crazy doesn't have very much intel, so he doesn't necessarily know that his opponent doesn't have much.
You don't think two Zealots early would be intel that there's something weird happening?
Well, yeah, but Like, look, if I was playing, you know what would happen? I would be like, no, he's going to make Dragoons then expand, because that's what I was telling you. So that's what I would expect.
Because you're not a Protoss player, man. You gotta play Protoss, and you'll understand.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, well, he's going to come up here. He really wants to see that Nexus timing, but he's actually almost going to lose that Vulture. Okay, it does. So still in the dark is crazy here, unfortunately. So can't see that there's no Nexus. If he saw no Nexus, I think he would get an eBay immediately here and be fine. We do see the mines coming up considerably faster this time, so he might have those in time to defend.
I think for sure they're going to be in time to defend. Templar Archive isn't even finished yet. There's still tons of travel time, too. So I think he's going to be in a much better
he lays
spot.
them properly, though, and the problem is the Protoss can still just sacrifice goons or whatever to kill the mines. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as easy as you're imagining for Terran to defend here. In fact, he only has one Vulture and he's not making more as well. And 3 mines, I mean, it takes 2 mines to kill 1 DT. If a goon just absorbs 2 of those mines, then, I don't know. Okay, the Academy coming up as well, actually. I think Crazy has a fairly good idea of what's going on, actually.
Yeah, I think he lost to a build like this the last game. Things look a little suspicious this game. I don't see why you wouldn't assume, like, maybe he's doing it. I'll just get that Academy a little faster this time just to be safe.
Oh, we cannot lose this Vulture, though. If he loses this Vulture, he's in big trouble. Look at that probe at least.
Oh, he should know. He should have known.
How did he not kill that? Oh my god. Okay. Whoa. I can't believe that mine went off. That's actually pretty huge. That one mine that went off just now actually gives Crazy an enormous advantage.
Well, there is still one mine at the very front. He has to be very careful.
Ooh.
This next one gets picked off in
A
time.
bit too much, in my opinion. Okay, the Academy's done, but the comsats are not starting.
Ooh! The DT loses.
There was nothing stopping him from sending the goons in first. Oh my gosh, now they're just getting smashed. Okay, Crazy laying more mines. Still not starting the comsats. This is a big error here. He could have the comsats pretty much done by now, and this would be way less scary. But now this DT is going to get a mine drag.
Doesn't get the tank and lose another DT in a time where you really can't be afforded to keep throwing stuff away like this.
That is true. It's still Crazy advantage. I just feel like he'd be doing way better if he was able to scan and shoot that down.
I mean, I think Crazy is in a beautiful spot right now. He deflected, like, regardless of what's happened, he's deflected the attack. He's got his natural up. He has comp sets on the way, so DTs from here are not going to do a whole lot. And look at the worker difference.
Yeah, that's pretty low for Fujikura, my god. So yeah, Crazy is in a great spot here. I'm just going to throw down a 3rd CC. Saying, alright, I'm going to see you in like 10 minutes. Good luck stopping my push then.
Yeah, this feels so dangerous if Crazy commits to any kind of like mid-game push, whether it's like a 5 factory push, or if he's gonna wait for like 2 plus 2 plus 1, or like any of these kind of like, I'm gonna just build up a lot of stuff and you need a lot of bases to stop it, because Fujikura right now, you can't safely take a 3rd base. There's no way you feel safe enough to take it.
I mean, he's still not even making probes, you know.
Well, he's actually, so he's getting his Zealot legs and he's starting to make Zealots. I'm very curious if maybe his plan is just to try for one more all in, maybe do like a Bulldog.
I don't know about this with 2 gates though. Like, I don't really see that working out, quite frankly. And Crazy's gonna come up here. I think he was looking for the expansion, but he's happy to pick up that Zealot. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I can't picture like mass speed Zealots off 2 gates doing anything, because it's not going to be mass speed Zealots. You're gonna have like 5 or something. So yeah, I don't know about this play from Fujikura.
Well, here comes your extra gateways now, so we'll see if he's gonna keep developing into a 2-base push. We'll try to establish a 3rd. Yeah. We did put mines at that 12 o'clock with the gas, which I think that's where Protoss would want to take the 3rd, right? Like you would want to take it at that 12 o'clock. In this
position, I'd quite like to see Terran just check every single base, because that's another Protoss tries to come back here. He's getting a ninja base, so he's definitely worth at least check the upper main, because it's very common that Protoss will just take that. Okay, but see, here's the thing about these extra gates, right? Crazy's already up to 4 factories, and the 3rd and 4th gates aren't even finished, so I think he's going to have plenty of units to secure this 3rd compared to Protoss.
Yeah, so we're seeing something a little bit fun from the Terran player. Starport on the way, and the weapons is about to finish, so I think that is being synced up for like a nice little +2 weapons.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see a dropship here. I mean, if he did drop tanks on the high ground, Protoss would be totally screwed right now. Okay, the shuttle did just start. I was going to say, without a shuttle, can't really do anything about that. But yeah, the Starport not coming up particularly early. Damn, it would have been a good response too, because Protoss' observers are extremely late. He would not have known. And besides that, since the robo's so late, he can't get a shuttle because he'll do it.
Yeah, 3rd floating straight over to that 3 o'clock so freely. Like nothing's going to be able to stop it. The observer, I think, just barely caught a glimpse of it. I'm not sure. Didn't see.
Be careful here. Oh my god, where's that CC going? Okay, gateway stop and kind of position his army of mines and such correctly.
Yeah, Fujikura's got to be on all-in mode right now. He's adding another gateway, and he has not made probes in quite a while. I think he's committing to whatever play he's going to do off these 2 base and hope it does damage.
Yeah, I mean, you are right that he's just going to go for one more all-in, like you say. I mean, we'd like to see some turrets out here for Crazy. Okay, he does build one. Well, okay, this defensive setup is looking better and better for Crazy as he lays more and more mines. I mean, I don't want to write off Fujikura yet, you know, because those zealot drops can be pretty strong.
I think it's going to take a bit of a miracle here. I actually would have loved, with how early the Temple Archives was, actually researching Storm to maybe break through some of these tank groups, but I don't think he ever did that, and he hasn't made a high Templar.
That'd be an interesting strategy, but I don't know if it'd quite be worthwhile.
I mean, I don't think at this point whatever Fujikura is going to do right now. I think he's just too behind in production, doesn't have the money to back up his attack.
He's going to come and slam this army into the other army. That's how the game's starting to play. You know, there's a lot of idle vultures in the south for Crazy. He laid them on those mines and just left them there, so they can't help in this fight. Hopefully the hotkey, he pulls them back right now. Oh, he does not. And unfortunately, there's no turret down here for these tanks. You know, this drop's going to do a lot. Oh, okay, maybe not.
Yeah, not quite as much, unfortunately.
Okay, looks like Crazy will crush through here. Well, he does lose a tank there, but Protoss loses his whole army, basically.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the infrastructure or economy to keep rebuilding over and over.
Oh, look,
floating a little bit
in
here.
The south, they're working out. They're all planned to stop this little flanking run.
Yeah, sure, that's what it was.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so now Fujikura must be running out of hope. Like, what else can you even try from here? He still has 27 probes to 56 SCVs.
Yeah, like he hard cut everything. I think he's got to just go for another round of attack. But I think this is like, you made a couple all-in kind of attacks that didn't work. I'd move on to the next game. Fujikura agrees, and we go on to game 3. See, I get it. I get Protoss, man.
Obviously, I don't. I would have been fooled by his build. I would have been like, no, he's expanding, it's fine. Then the DT's in my base. I'm like,
I would go back and to the clip that you're like, no, he's not doing that. Come on, get out of here.
Yeah. Do it. We should upload that as a highlight to YouTube. Neblime's casting skill. I can't see the game.
It is up.
No, I see it. Took a minute to show up.
That's all good. Alright, we're going on clay fields. So all I want to see right now, as much as I would love to see another one, not another DT opening. Like I think if you do it 3 times in a row, like I can't see it working again if it already got deflected once and your opponent's like onto you.
Yeah. Alright, so in the bottom left, in the red, it's Fujikura. And in the bottom right, in the blue, it's Crazy. Tied up 1-1.
So the thing I'm
I favor on this map.
I favor Crazy on this map just because he's actually trying to play a macro game. I don't know what's going on, but Fujikura, like, I made the joke earlier, but Crazy is like new to the CPL. He's in tier 1 and he's a strong player, but I feel like Fujikura is pretty experienced. Why is he so committed to being aggressively all in like this? I don't get the angle he's going for here. Wouldn't you think someone with the experience would just be able to, hey, let's play a long game and I'll show you what's going on? I don't see why he doesn't have the confidence in it.
If you play a long game versus Crazy, he'll show you what's going on. Because he is extremely good mechanically at macro.
Oh, his macro is definitely great.
You will never see him banking. It's kind of crazy. Like, he'll be 20 minutes in the game and still be just macroing perfectly. So I think it's very smart of Fujikura, if he knows Crazy, to try and just beat him early. Because I think in the late game, his macro is just unbeatable.
Yeah, but so let's say Tau Cross, for example. If you're gonna do some kind of aggressive play, it's something without a ramp. Why not just do 2-gate goon pressure or something? Something where it's hey, if you don't have the experience and you're just kind of a strong macro god, maybe I could pressure you through with this, or do a 2-base bulldog, or something. Why is it this really hard cheese?
If you're gonna do something obvious like that, then I think Crazy's gonna figure it out.
Yeah, but I mean these weird pressure into 1-base DT. This is a very extreme level of aggression that I don't get it. I don't know.
Well, it worked in the first game. Maybe he thought it'd work again. Oh look, oh no, that's a prep scout. I was gonna say he's gonna build a pylon, then I look at his base like, wait a minute, what time of the game is this?
No, not this time. And unfortunately,
well, maybe this is the secret strategy. Fujikuro's just gonna play a normal 3-base Arbiter game now. Crazy, you'll never see it coming.
That's where you open Nexus first, then really, really go for the mind games.
Yeah, that's right, for sure. Oh, I don't know about this barracks position for Crazy, but it looks like it won't matter this time round. There's zealots coming. Oh, double scout. Interesting.
That is red flags for aggression.
Right? He's gonna proxy a robo, right? Or he's just really expecting CC first, but that doesn't really seem like a thing, to be honest.
I don't know. I'm not really sure. I feel like if you're going to do this with Fujikura, why wouldn't you cross map scout and then just pick one and then blindly attack the other? If you're going to do something like this.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, okay. He does get an idea what's going on now. Crazy, again, pulling guys out of gas, looking like going for just that factory expand, that really stable stuff that he's been doing in the other games that he seems to enjoy.
Because that probe actually dies pretty fast. But I think Fujikura definitely going to assume it's going to be a regular expand. Thing is, Cheren can be like super sneaky and just like put guys back on gas. It is a thing. But I think Fujikura knows he's playing against, and I think you're definitely right that Crazy will just expand. Okay.
Yeah,
so I think it is definitely going to be a proxy here. It could be DT still, but I think it's going to be Robo.
I'm a little concerned though, just from a little bit. Yeah, okay. There's your proxy pylon.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay,
proxy
so
Robo's
Crazy's going to see this goon on the ramp, and like whenever you see that, you're like, okay, Protoss, what are you doing? You're going to build a Nexus and float it down to the expansion, are you? Like, come on, what's going on in there?
Wait, can we do that? Can you teach me how to do that? Can I float my Nexus?
Well, you have to. What you do is when you start the game in the lobby, you pick this option called Terran, and then you can do it. Okay, it is going to be DT again, by the way.
God damn it! I'm calling it now. I don't think this works. I think like this is not the trick you do 3 games in a row. I don't think this works.
Crazy's actually looking for it. Crazy's looking for it. Look at this SCV. Look, and honestly, I think seeing that goon on the ramp, you're already kind of going like, what's going on here? Like, why would you do that? But the gate is a lot closer this time. We don't see an eBay thrown down yet or anything. He's going mines right away, though.
Yeah,
so
mines right away. He knows. He knows. Or at least he's preparing for it. I mean, not that mines are ever bad to begin with, but he gets it. Now, yeah, we are seeing a little bit of a different build, though.
He's going to find it!
Fans.
And you see this, I think you know it's DT when you see this, right? He didn't put his tech over here, but like, come on. It's gotta be. If it was like some kind of like aggressive goon shenanigans, it would be like 3 gates over here. So I think he knows. I'm surprised he's still not starting an eBay here, to be honest. Not sure what he's thinking. Mines? Did he cancel mines to get siege? Mines were done. No, he's getting another tank. What's going on here?
Oh, come on, Crazy. Not like this.
I think Crazy might have misread this. Like, he does start an academy, but it's going to be a bit too late. He really just needs to get vultures out for those mines, because he did get mines first. And, like I said, an eBay, which I'm very surprised he didn't make.
Yeah, we're actually seeing a little extra all-in from Fujikura. Actually, he's making the DT, but he's not making it from the proxied gateway.
What?
So that
why would you do that? Oh my god!
He's the second one. He's buying him extra time to get that academy on the way. I think it's still gonna be tough.
Yeah.
I think Crazy, feel comfortable. Block the ramp. Sack the natural.
That bunker's gonna die.
Siege mode's done. Gonna be able to repel this back from the goons at least.
But he didn't make a vulture. He made another tank. Okay, if he gets these comsats right away and scans perfectly, yeah, he might be okay. But will he? No, he won't. He's making SCVs.
Oh no.
And the DT's coming. Oh,
I was gonna say, even if you need to buy the time, like you sack the natural, you have so many more workers, you could take it again later. Like you're not in any kind of pressure, but he's not pulling stuff back.
Started. Yeah. Oh dear.
Get that DT up the ramp. Don't kill the things on the low ground. They're not important right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these goons aren't going to do anything at least. Nope. He unsieged. Well, I guess he has no choice here. This is a brutal combination with the DTs attacking the tanks.
Right.
And like 2 tanks not really enough here.
That
like
the
he's
one
take that one out, and tanks just do.
Yeah, one scan goes down, but doesn't see the other one. Second scan used. We're out of scans now, but I don't see any more DTs on the map right now. He's actually just building other stuff right now.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a loss for Crazy. Wow. Fujikura doing it. Yeah, really unfortunate. I think Crazy misinterpreted what he's...
This is killing me. Come on, man.
It's killing Crazy as well. It's really killing Crazy.
Comedy.
All his SCVs going down.
I mean, oddly enough, like the worker count for Fujikura is still so low. He's not trying to transition out at 1,000 minerals. He's not even making units anymore. Not taking an expansion either. I don't know what this is. This is just so much focus.
It's not like Crazy can't even like make any units really. GG. Okay, Fujikura takes a 2-1.
Come on.
So just a note on the scouting there, for any Terrans listening. If you're gonna see a gate that's proxied and it's just a single gate, it's not going to be Robo and Reaver, because obviously they would put the Robo close to your base. And if they're proxying a gate, they're not using it for goons, because they would need more than just one. Because if Protoss is going to go one get base, kill you with Dragoons, and proxy, usually they go up to 4. And also you would actually just see goons popping out of it. So that one gate over there definitely indicates DT in my mind.
Yeah, because if you're gonna like do some big goon all in, you would play it like, oh, I have one gate in my main, and you'd hide the other ones, build up a little group, and slam all at once. All right.
And also, I'd have said if it was a goon all in, he probably wouldn't have bothered blocking it. He'd let Terran in and be like, look, one gate, one core, looks good, right? 2 pylons, but don't worry about that. That's fine. All right. So, in the bottom left now, we have Seish in the Protoss. In the top right, we have Offense in the blue. So another TVP here.
Is it Seish? Is that how you pronounce it?
How do you pronounce it?
I also do it like Siege, but I don't think that's right. I don't know how to say it, actually.
I'm going to say Seish.
Seish,
What
sure.
did I think about Neblime versus Dragoon? Like when he 10-15 me? Is that what you mean? I mean, I just screwed up and didn't repair my bunker.
Yeah, that's the skill tech of 10-15. Are you paying attention?
Yeah, like, you know, the bunker got full health and I didn't repair it again in time, you know, the kind of thing. I'm trying to
I love that play where I'll purposely stop attacking, let it finish,
Yeah,
and be like, got him. So I feel like this is going to be a very, very different style of TVP, seeing that like both these players very strong, and I've like casted both of them before, especially Seish, who's been around for such a long time. I think we're going into some late games with these guys.
Yeah, so I don't know Offense very well, but like, does the name imply his playstyle?
Not particularly, but I played him in the preseason, and like, you know, preseason's like, oh, we think it's tier 2. He's here in tier 1, and I've seen some of his other games. He deserves to be here. He's very solid player.
So he's actually walling in his main here. It's a bit rarer on this map, to be honest, because when you're looking at this, it doesn't give you much advantage because you don't have a ramp, right? You might as well just be setting up to take the expansion.
Is that a zealot type? Is that a zealot type wall?
Yes, indeed it is. Depot to the right, Terran's Delight. Don't forget.
You and your eyes, but I'm thinking that maybe he's just doing it just as a you're not gonna 9-9 me, dude, because it's such an obvious play on this map.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. If you're not confident against that. Also, like, Protoss isn't going to be able to scout. They're not going to know it's not a 2-fac, and you know it could still be a 2-fac. You never know. So yeah, there's definitely reasons to do this. I'm just not a fan. I think if you just have a good SimCity in your main, you should still be fine against double proxy.
That was something really small but really cute from Offense. I like that. I'm sure it's not uncommon, but that he was building
you have to do that, right? Unless you want to send an early scout.
Yeah, like just seeing them stop it just to get the guy off on the right side of the wall, like that's cute. I've never like thought about it because I don't play Terran. That's like
the things Terran have to do.
Okay, I'll buy you a violin for Christmas. Okay.
He still has 2 on gas. Again, I don't know if that's a mistake. That's just weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, it's usually keep all 3 or pull down to 1. Like,
right?
Oh, unless this is like a kind of delayed 2-fac, where he's still got that second depot and all these SCVs, right? I don't know. I'm thinking it's just a mistake, but we'll see.
Well, we're still making a couple Marines. We're getting that first factory on the way. You're in range. Nothing particularly unusual from either player. No pylons in weird spots for no reason.
What, like that second pylon in the bottom right of Predator space? Yeah, I think it was just a mistake. He's going to come out here and build the CC. Okay, so yeah, both players looking like, oh no, he got a second gate. I don't know if this is a response to seeing the wall, or he was planning to do this all along. Oh, it is drop. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, that makes sense.
All right,
So
well, make it make sense to me. Why did you keep 2 in the gas for drop?
Okay, so if you build a factory, and while the factory's building, you have 1 in gas, you have exactly enough gas for the starport when it's done, but you need to build a machine shop here, so you need to keep 2 in gas. And I think he also wants to get a tank right away. I'm not sure about that, but I think that's what he's going to do. So you need just that little bit of extra gas. Okay, he's not going to get the tank right away, but nonetheless, he did need the gas for the machine shop right away. But if you put 3 in, it's just way too much, right?
Okay. Actually, kind of I love this bunker placement because it's close enough to the ramp where the goons are going to run past it to confirm the CC. So he's going to have to play this as normal.
That's a really well prepared map specific play, isn't it? Do you reckon you could put it even further down, or does that just get a bit too crazy?
I think that might start signaling too much. We see Sage moving forward. It has not gone up north enough to see if there would be a CC being made, so he's got to play a little in the dark.
And there's 3 Marines in there, so I don't think he really wants to either. Like, it seems a bit scary to get closer.
Yeah, I mean, he can start putting a little bit of the pressure on with the Dragoon range. A Vulture gets out. Oof.
Gonna put the pressure on before the dropship's even ready.
Yeah, Goon catches the Vulture.
I don't know about that. I think that was not necessary, because the second SV would have got there in time.
Yeah.
Okay, this Vulture not going to get anything done. They're going to get cornered and taken out. Okay, no, actually, that Green turns around.
Here's that tank. That's all you really need to deflect this off a little bit.
It's a bit unfortunate for Sage that he went for 2-gate before expand here, because that actually means he's going to have later observers, which is really just what you need. You just need an observer to fly in and be like, oh, he's going drop. And in an ideal world, Predator sends their observer across the path the dropship is coming and spots it. But yeah, he's not even started his robo now, and if his goons aren't just in his main, there's really not going to be much you can do about this drop. That said, it is looking very tough for Terran to get down to that part of the map without being spotted.
I mean, he still has the SUV in the main, has an idea where there's no pylons, no building, so really has a good grasp of where he wants to fly, just the path in the middle of the map, how he's going to get there.
I meant more because of these goons on the map, but yeah. Wow, that 3rd Nexus with no robo.
No, so this is what I like to do. Like, this is like, you go for that 2-gate pressure. When you see like, oh, they're defending it, I'm not going to be able to get done, you double expand behind it. Then go into your observer tech and stuff, because if they're really defending against it. No.
Sage moves back into the main at this exact moment as the dropship is en route. Oh, for the SCV. No, the SCV's betrayed him. Well, at least Offense knows about that.
Well, no, look at the goons. They're pulling back away. He thinks he just killed the scout. This might be beautiful for offense here, the setup here. And we're actually moving out across the map to put pressure on the front, too.
If he can lay mines all over the gates, then there's nothing Sage can do about it, because observers are a long way away. It is a bit unfortunate that the probes start transferring. Oh, wow, look at that push there, like you say.
Probe being pulled straight to the natural.
Oh, these mines are going to be impossible to deal with. Oh, no.
Hold on, are we Bisu? We're a little bit Bisu.
Okay, he's going to lose that tank though. This push at the front a bit overly aggressive in my opinion, but it will allow him more time to sit in this main. The probes did pull away though, so he's not getting too many, but he's denying mining here. Offense needs to start his CC though.
Yeah, he's still committed to that one base. Hasn't really like gone further in the economy.
Dude, he needs to get those. I was going to say he needs to get those vultures away from that mine, because when the green pops out, it's actually going to take them out. It's another one. Very nice.
Yeah, I think at some point, like, that dropship's still just hanging out there. Easy thing. Oh, the mines get that one gun as it makes.
Get that out of there. Oh, careful. You're right. Well, maybe he can still evacuate these vultures. Oh, look at that. Sage finds the way in. Right, run away. Oh, nice bait. Really nice vulture movement there. Did you see how he went back and forth just to get in range of the mine? That was really well done.
I gotta be careful. Finally losing all these vultures. I want to see that dropship leave like
home.
right now.
Yeah, please. Oh my gosh, I think he's forgotten about it. Well, nonetheless, the game will go on. Dropship or no.
Alright, I don't know how much I like this from offense anymore. Your opponent's like really set up, and I see him starting to act like he's researching siege. He's starting to add on extra factories. Like I want to like see him get ready for like it feels like Pross wants to counterattack soon. Like if they're gonna add gateways soon, and it's gonna be a problem. I think.
Protoss can't possibly attack before an observer's out though, because he doesn't know if there's. And of course, the observer is coming, but it's not out yet. So I think he's gonna have siege in time. I think it's fine. Well, wait, didn't he get it already?
Yeah, no, siege is finished up now.
Oh, there you go. What's the problem then?
I don't know, I just like, it feels like he doesn't have a lot of workers. Like maybe he cut too many during all this attack and harassment.
Yeah,
I want to see him go back into
producing
economy faster.
From the natural, yeah. Definitely the macro is slipping here. Okay, there we go. He starts producing. Hopefully transfer some too. There we go. So look, man, so far he's living up to his name.
Yeah, likes to get the aggression done. He went down pretty far in workers, but did pretty decent damage. I don't think the spot's too bad for offense the way we're looking at it now.
So he moved his dropship back over the cliff, but didn't bring it all the way home. Ah, he's going in for round 2.
Yeah, it's round 2, man. You dirty Terra players. You guys are jerks.
Okay, Seish isn't really positioned for this, so this looks like it might get quite a few probes again. And the first observer actually heading across the map. Okay, he does have another one at the natural. Oh man, look at this blind spot. That's just perfect. He's target the probes. He used to target the probes. Okay, well, he could have got more there, but he'll still get a few. He can still lay mines and be super annoying. Actually, he's gonna leave.
I respect that. Just to keep the vultures alive, keep the threat there.
Sure.
Actually, this is a little bit interesting though. We saw offense. He put a mine at the ramp for the top left base, but didn't actually put one where the Nexus would go. So if Siege already has the probe there, it's a little interesting.
Sage just loves expanding. It's crazy. If he takes a 4th right now, my mind will be blown.
This is a little interesting for me that I'm looking at from the pros. That's Sage already has double forge for upgrades.
Yeah. He's just doing like minimal defense while attacking because he only has 2 gates, right? I suppose you know if Protoss, not Protoss, Terran is getting that Stargate. Oh my god, that dropship. If Terran is getting a starport, then you know he's not going to be able to do a 2-base push anytime soon. So you really can get away with this, I suppose. I really want to see that 4th Nexus. That'd be so next level.
Uh-oh, Goon's on the map. Might catch his dropship.
Yeah.
Oh, one shot away. Oh no.
This is really why you want to send it all the way home most of the time.
Yeah, it looks like we'll finally get home and get the opportunity to get repaired. We're starting to add on more gateways for the Protoss player. And we saw he got his Citadel, he got his Stargate, but didn't actually add the Templar Archive or start moving towards Arbiters. So I don't know what this Stargate is, or maybe he just got distracted.
The answer is he got distracted.
Yeah, okay, he got distracted. Obviously he got distracted.
Send that dropship, please. Oh, it's killing me that he just keeps leaving.
There's a couple goons trying to move forward. This could be the chance.
It's dead. No, what?
The observer sees it.
Oh my gosh! Why doesn't he kill that? Oh my god! This dropship should be dead.
It should be, but shoot's a strong word. I'm actually not sure if offense knows about this 3rd base or how long it's been up.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, 4th is actually on the way now. Well, no, that's a pylon. Never mind. I got all excited.
I mean, he set up for it though.
Yeah, he will be taking that pretty soon. I really like that move. But yeah, I don't know what offense's plan is here. He does have upgrades going, so he might be just waiting for like enough stuff to take his 3rd, or he can go for a 2-base push here. We're not really sure. Putting out some mines in the map.
Yeah, I feel like the starport play with the drops was a little bit. Oh, okay. I don't know if this is gonna work out as well as we're thinking. Like he's got a. Dragoons already started to get around that high ground pod between the 3rd and the 4th, and that's kind of like where Terran's gonna push through anyway, right?
Yeah, I think this is kind of just too late where Protoss has just set up all their extra gates and they're still getting more. You know, where he was on 2 gates for a long time before, but now he's not. But we'll see what he can make happen here.
Tanks get sieged up in a good spot, so the Dragoons have to back off here.
here's the thing, as long as Terran can push into this natural area, it's extremely difficult for Protoss, because you can be firing over that high ground. He does need vision somehow, though. Okay, I'm not liking the lack of mines. I think he needs to lay like a billion mines to the north here, because, yeah, look, these goons are just going to come in here.
Oh, this
is beautiful. And he's not going to be prepared. Oh, it needs to siege up. Needs to siege up like yesterday. Oh my gosh. Okay, looks like he's going to get on the high ground, though. Oh, no.
What?
This is actually way better for Terran than I thought. Oh, my God.
What is happening?
Oh my god, now he's just in the best possible position. Oh my god. Okay, Pro's gonna come down from his own high ground here and come back in, and the rally will come out from the other direction. Oh my god, those tanks just killed so many vultures. So I don't know, maybe Protoss can clear this? Okay, he does have a shuttle too, and there's no answer to that shuttle whatsoever. So,
there's nothing in the shuttle.
Well, there is now.
There wasn't before.
Well, he has the shuttle, so he can fill it up, so he will clean this up. Okay, so I think actually that's pretty good for Protoss. He didn't quite get any Nexuses there. Kind of a cool little move, but I think a bit too aggressive in the end. Like, he just didn't quite have enough to do that, even moving up into the high ground like he did. Because the thing is, you've cut off yourself from reinforcements forever moving up there.
Yeah, we're starting to load stuff back into the shuttle. Plenty of goons survived that attack too, and it looks like maybe Siege wants to get his foothold on the map a little bit more rather than reacting to offense's push.
Oh yeah, and these 1-1 upgrades are probably pretty nice too.
Although we do see in the meantime, offense starting their third CC, and a Vulture in the top left actually did stop that fourth base from ever going down.
He killed the whole pylon by himself. What a hero.
It supply blocked him too.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so offense is going for a third here as well. So trying to continue this game longer. Now an Arbiter did not get built, did it?
No, the Tribunal's done, but no, I have not seen an Arbiter get built or the things get researched for it.
Well,
and
he's getting stasis right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, we do see Goons killing a gateway in the main. A little bit of bad build placement, locking away some units.
So Sage coming across the map here. Offense still actually has a surprising amount of units right now. So I don't know. I think it'd be a mistake for Offense to attack, but I'm sorry for Sage to attack. But Offense is a bit out of position here. As long as he can reposition over to the side quickly enough, he's probably gonna be fine.
There's nothing at this high ground pod, so Sage taking the opportunity to get some units over there, control a little bit, so he can at least threat pressure on the third.
Offense moving to the left here, and I think you just need to go back up his ramp and come around to defend this CC.
And there's a drop ship. There's a drop ship hanging in the main. There's nothing in it, but he's threatening it.
Yeah, look, I don't like the way Offense moved his army here, because now he's kind of like trying to chase the Protoss army while it's killing all this stuff. If he came back up his ramp and he's facing the Protoss army directly, it can't really run in here. But now he's going to lose this CC, basically for no reason.
I mean, is it that bad though if he ends up actually clearing out the Protoss army and resetting the count? Because I don't think he's going to lose tanks here because he's got the high ground now. Protoss moved down to the low.
It's over, Anakin. Yeah, but he's losing tanks in natural too. Protoss has 3 bases though, and a far superior economy, so I don't think it really matters if he kills this whole army. Losing that CC is really that big a blow.
Okay. I just didn't know if there's...
He didn't lose it. Wait a minute. He didn't lose the CC? How did that happen? Okay, never mind. This is amazing for Terran. How did he not lose that?
The Goons were fighting the tanks and vultures, man. They weren't just trying to...
Oh, I think that's just a miss micro by Protoss. I think if you just targeted it, let the Goons die, but target the CC, it's fine. It's a great position. But now, yeah, he has lost his whole army for nothing, so okay. Alright, pretty good play by Offense then. I know nothing.
I don't think I would have made the decision to just suicide for the CC like that, but if you're thinking it would have been that good, I'm surprised like he didn't.
Since he didn't get the CC, look at what he's done now. He's thrown away his whole army, and what did he get? He got like a couple of SCVs and a couple of tanks and vultures.
He bought Terra time to finish upgrades.
I'm not saying you should have attacked him there at all necessarily, but if you do, you've got to get that CC.
Alright, so, curious, why is Offense building a second starport?
Good question.
Good question, okay.
Double dropship. It's going to be like a TVT. It's going to be flying around like 10 dropships. Oh, a bunch of green can take it out. Wow. Is Offense going to be able to push across here? This is crazy. Still has no anti-air, by the way.
Yeah, Siege is just hard, like, Siege isn't trying to maintain this high ground pile. It's really backing off defensively. Now letting in. Offense has some stuff on the high ground now. The Vulture's not going in on the tanks. Oh, what's happening?
Okay, it looks like the Zealots are going to get melted. The shuttle's going to do its best, and there is no answer to that, at least. Okay, well, you know, those Zealot bombs are probably going to turn this fight on their own. Oh, well, they're doing it taking out reasonably quickly, actually. Look, I think Sage just has enough here, as long as he sends it all in. Okay, here he goes. Oh, very piecemeal attack, unfortunately, not sending the whole army. You know, maybe this is just enough tanks. Oh, I don't know. Sage getting on top.
Very close fight.
Oh.
But I feel like you don't feel that bad as Barrage resetting all this tank count.
Yeah,
Even if it's very close, you feel good.
If you fight with like 2 big armies and end up with like 3 units left for the Terran, it's probably pretty good for the Protoss. See, he does clean it out. Gee, I think Offense did live up to his name. He really just pushed across the map a lot.
Yeah, a lot of very aggressive moves in that game.
Yeah, I think that drop really didn't do quite enough to justify itself.
I think if he kept on it, like, so when they were fighting at Offense's third, he sent a dropship down to the main, but there was nothing in it. If there's like two vultures in, that's all it would have needed to do something.
There were cannons in the main at that time, though, so I don't think it would have got much done.
Just the idea of it, man. I do like that Offense like had a little bit of like a unique playstyle trying to get some stuff done. I think it was cool, but
yeah,
Siege just kind of playing pretty normal standard kind of stuff. See what the adaptation is on this map, with no ramps and a player that likes to be really aggressive.
Yeah, well, see what he can make happen here. I do want to see a 2-fac today. Alright, so in the left, at the, I guess, like 9 o'clock, we have Sage in the purple. The top right is Offense.
Why do you want to see a 2-fac, man?
I know, I just want to see it.
Is this what you like? Or you're just like, no, I want pros to not have fun?
You can have fun, can't you, against 2-fac if you win?
If you win against 2-fac? Oh, teach me the ways.
Well, okay, here's what you do. In the lobby, you pick Terran. I'm telling you, it solves a lot of these problems you're having with Protoss.
Nah, I just like making jokes. Actually, 2-fac doesn't scare me that much, just because I always go
really?
I go 2-gate goon anyway.
Hey, Saetzero, you want to play a game real quick?
I mean, if you want to beat me, I'm gonna say it's because you're better than me, not because of my build order choice. See, I got that card.
Look, the way I feel about 2-fac is, I feel like if both players play perfectly, the Terran just kind of wins. I feel like Terran has to make a mistake or Protoss has to like outplay them, because it seems extremely difficult for Protoss. I guess you can just get lucky and go like a blind build that counters it, like a 1-base DT rush, for example.
I mean, but 2-gate goon has enough to deflect it at least.
Oh, sure.
Hold it off.
Sure, but like if you went like 21 next, because you can't reliably scan it in time, you're not in a good spot at all.
Yeah, but I'm going 2-gate goon. I go 2-gate goon 100% of the time in this matchup. I love 2-gate goon.
If both players play perfectly as in micro, I really think it's Terran's advantage. We'll see. We might not even see a 2-fac. My wish might not.
I would actually be more scared of it on this map, just because there's that no ramp to back up, where it's like, oh, I'm losing things, and to slow things down.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I would agree with you. It's definitely scarier on this map than it might be on like a match point, for example, where you might be able to use the ramp to help out.
Say everything goes well, you kill the Nexus, and then you get siege. Then you can actually like start like shooting over the wall if there's Protoss buildings that are too close.
Dude. Don't do this to me, man. We're having such a good time.
Just picture in your mind like a mine of 50 probes, alright? I'm just trying to cause you suffering.
I'm picturing 3-base arbiter and you forgot to scout. Like, that's what I'm picturing in my mind. It's my happy place.
In my natural, like, you know, pure vulture or something.
Well, I do like that we can spend the time just, you know, making jokes, having fun while both players open up. Very extra super standard. We are seeing all the guys in the gas though, so maybe your 2-fac dreams are coming true.
Well, he has to make his first factory now, hasn't he?
Just let me hype it up, man. Just let me predict it. Maybe it'll be happening this time.
Well, I don't want to say you're wrong, because there was that whole DT scenario we had. Oh, dude, it's the same build. It's the same build. 2 in gas.
All right, cool. So we're going for that drop kind of stuff again. Is there any reason other than drops?
This map. Well, like I was saying, I was thinking it might have been like a delayed 2-fac. But it turned out not to be that, and that was the only thing I could think of, so I think it's just the drop again. Look, it's way scarier on this map, right? This map is so much better for drops, like we talked about before.
What, because you could put a siege tank on the high ground and be the most obnoxious person?
Not
Not just that. Look at this main. The main is enormous and has an enormous surface area, so it's impossible to cover all. Although I will say, this mineral line, way easier to defend than the 6 o'clock. Proto spawns in the 6 o'clock, you're just like, oh god, please. Oh, it's 2-fac. It is 2-fac this time, by the way. Okay. So you're not going to go for the starport. He is doing that fake bunker. I do like that he's faking it out with the bunker. I think that's a really good move.
That's cool. I want your apology though for the 2-fac. I tried to hype you up. You're like, no, I want an apology.
Why am I always wrong? Why am I always wrong? What's going on? Maybe I just don't know anything about this game. Hey, Snudging, quick, put me in tier 3. I don't know anything. Swap move Saetzero. What tier are you this season? Tier 2?
I'm tier 2. Mod abuse. Stop.
Yeah, swap. Because you know everything. I don't know. I can't believe this. So I think the logic is here. You're pulling off gas with 1 just to get extra minerals for this bunker and the marines immediately, and you still kind of got the second depot and made SCV. So it's a bit delayed, but it does have this.
Do you need the extra gas just to get like these double machine shops and get like that extra tank count?
Yes, I mean he's back up to 3 now. I think as soon as he was able to afford the bunker, he put back on. It's just a very slight optimization, and I'm impressed.
I don't like this moving out with this marine thing. Like, why is he doing that?
Look, man, he's called offense. He has to try. Oh, and look, it's born fruit. He got some damage on that goon. Thing is, if you pick off 1 goon here, you feel like a god. Because sometimes Proto's just not paying attention.
I guess so. Oh, here comes that tank. Proto's not paying attention, like you're saying. About to start taking damage. Pulls out just in time.
Oh my
though.
gosh. Is Terran paying attention? Okay, just pull back. Ooh. Yeah, see, this is a bit scary for Protoss, because, like, I think he's fooled. Oh, well, actually, no, he does have 2 gates here. So I think somehow he knows, or maybe he just read his opponent's name and is like, But yeah, the thing is, if Protoss is thinking this is an expand, he starts, like, knocking on the door, and Terran actually just has 3 tanks, he can pick off a couple of goons very quickly, and then you're like, oh crap, when the push comes out. Although, so far, Sage being quite cautious, which is going to serve him well, I think.
Well, I think Sage is only being cautious until he builds up those 5 goons together, so he can really dive in and get some pressure on these tanks. But doing that just in time, Sage has to slow this down.
Yeah, I think it'll be offense doing the diving right now. Oh my god, a couple of those goons quite damaged, could be taken out very quickly. Those tanks getting very close though. Uh-oh, he's going to lose a tank here, I think. Oh no, he does pull back in time. Okay, only 3 goons.
This is terrifying. Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, look, he did do a good job taking out a lot of marines though, and like even if he loses all his goons, if it's only 3 tanks left, it is a lot easier. But the vultures are rallying.
I mean, you're saying that, but there's not enough goons on the map. 3 tanks with a couple SCVs to repair is all he really needs to keep pushing his way through. This Nexus is definitely under threat.
Well, I feel like if Sage can trade goons for tanks here, he will eventually be able to break out. Yes.
You can't trade goons for tanks when you're outnumbered by the tanks.
Well, I mean, but they don't have siege mode. Okay, I guess these tanks are
Get out of here, man!
Why do I keep calling them tanks? Protoss wishes they had tanks right now. They get to siege up. They were playing TBT. Oh man, yeah, this does look pretty deadly.
Dude, I think you got like this thing where it's like, oh, Terran units are all terrible, and you're like not realizing the strength of this push.
I'm not saying that. I take it back. Protoss units are all terrible. Terran units are too strong. Okay, sorry. He cancels the Nexus, by the way.
He had to. But I don't know where he goes from.
Once the Marines are gone, I feel like it is possible for Protoss, but like I said, he just didn't have enough this time. Okay,
right.
By the way, he's getting DT tech. Or, okay, just a Citadel so far. I assume it's getting DT. Is offense going to try and come in here? Because that's kind of like the rule of 2 factors, like don't go in the main. But if you're in this much of an advantage, maybe he can just come in here.
I mean, you're saying that's the rule, but does that apply for ramps with, like, ramp maps? Like, this is all flat ground.
I mean,
he can slowly creep up.
I would say even without a ramp, you probably don't want to, but again, is it such an advantage here? You probably can. Because yeah, this position kind of like round the corner is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, this is brutal. And we're seeing vulture speed being researched now so he can reinforce this push. It's not going to add on any more tanks, but...
Yeah, I was about to say, the thing is, he's not reinforcing tanks, so Protoss can somehow... Oh my god, never mind.
There's one SCV in between the 2 tanks repairing. It's so invisible right now. Oh my god.
Yeah, GG.
Jeez.
Wow, I told you I wanted to see... I am satisfied.
Was that a satisfying game for you?
Yeah,
6 minutes of him walking across the map and the game's over? That's satisfying? Okay, I mean, if that's how you roll, man. Alright, well, we're going into game 3. Curious to see how this one's going to open up. I feel like that build ain't going to work quite as well on clay fields.
Oh no, it could work even better once you get on that high ground, man.
I mean, it's possible. But the goons could also use that high ground to slow down the push a lot more effectively too.
That is true. Alright, in the top right, in the white, we have offense. In the bottom right, in the purple, once again, it's Sage. Currently tied 1. Yeah, you know what? I think Sage's mistake there was, I think against 2-fac, you don't want to try and fight on the map at all. You just immediately retreat.
But you have to just slow them down. Which actually I wouldn't have.
Can you?
Because the tanks are slower than like the Marines stuff. You can just very slowly walk back, take a shot when you can. Don't risk damage.
But don't try and engage like that, right? Because he's like kind of fighting, not just kind of.
Or like actually, what could have been cool from where his goons were positioned in that particular fight, if he tried to kite them southward away from the main to buy time.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
he
hard
hard took that fight and just lost it, which is the problem.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so. I mean, whatever offense does, I would be extremely surprised if he does a factory expand, because what he's shown us so far is, well, extremely offensive. You think Sage is going to stick with this 2-gate expand again? Because, you know, I don't know, it didn't work out that well even against 2-fac.
Hey, so the thing is, when you do that 2-gate goon kind of stuff, you have to slow down the push, and then like, if he took those 3 goons, it was just slowing down push, chipping away at the Marines, chipping away at the SUVs. By the time he retreats back to his base, he's gonna have 5, maybe 7 goons.
Yeah, and
so like, he just needs to buy time, and which he didn't do.
But also, you've delayed your robo doing it that way, right? Like, you can kind of really take your time, I think, a bit. If you can get an observer out quickly, you can wait until the right moment to try and break it, can't you?
I mean,
I guess the problem is on Tower Cross, Terran can build wherever they want. I'm thinking of like on Silford, say. Terran can only build a bunker very close in, so you kind of don't have to worry about them fortifying that much. But yeah, on Tower Cross, actually, they could just start fortifying wherever they end up sieging. Alright, so offense getting a pretty early scout down here, by the way. Not sure what the idea is. I think he just wants to find his opponent, maybe, and decide what he's going to do based on that. Because maybe he's thinking, okay, if it's clear positions, I'll 2-fac, or something like that, and if it's cross positions, I won't. Then he does get lucky and find him first scout.
It might also just be wanting, because until the goon pops out, maybe he just wants to see, like, hey, are you doing that 2-gate goon crap again, or are you going to be doing something else this time?
Yeah, maybe that is it. It's like a late second gate. It's not like a 10-15.
Yeah,
so,
no, he's been doing 10-21 both games, so.
Yeah, so the SCV will like get chased out before he sees that, right?
I mean, you'll still get like an idea of what's going on, though. If you really want to commit to it, you can keep the SCV in the base, or just at the very least, like you can see, like, is he trying to prep up for like 1-gate robo, 1-gate expand, like any of these other kind of things. I think he just wants to have an idea of what he's up against if he wants to be doing the same kind of build again.
Okay, by the way, it's just straight up free on gas this time. This time he's not even trying to hide it from us forecasters. It is going to be another 2-fac. So, I mean, I'm not surprised.
Well, there you go, man. This is your series, okay? Here's all your stupid 2-facs, man. Actually, this is a little different though. We're not putting that fake bunker at the front. We just have Marines blocking the ramp.
Yeah, well, because he has a ramp for the first time in his life, for the first time in this series, anyway. Taking full advantage of that. Oh man, what is that depot?
And as you can see, like, this SCV in the main is seeing the gateway. Like, you have to get the gateway started at a certain time. It's before the goon pops.
Yeah, so when you're in this position as Terran, isn't it kind of like, well, they have 2-gate before expand. That's pretty good against 2-fac. Shouldn't you like try and do something else? I mean, granted, he did win the last game that way, so maybe he's just confident enough he can say whatever, I'm doing it anyway. But like, if you're gonna scout at all, surely this is what you want to react to. This is where you say, okay, I'm not 2-facting.
I mean, I think you could, but like, if your opponent looked like they aren't comfortable knowing how to slow down the push or anything, I think maybe just commit to it again.
Well, I don't know what he's going to do, to be honest, because he didn't actually build a second factory, nor a starport. So I'm not really sure what Terran's up to right now. Getting a tank and mines. I think he wanted maybe to proxy a factory, but he didn't get the SCV to the right place. Not sure. Honestly, really what he's thinking here.
I'm really not sure.
Okay, he's down to 2 on gas, not 1.
I mean, is this maybe like a 2-factory or a 2-tank version of like an FD or something? Just like building up the gas to get the extra, get the siege mode and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I guess
I don't like this. Get that goon out of there.
Yeah,
You're gonna lose
that's,
to Marines. This is so bad.
Wow, he just really wants to get in there. Look, there's actually 2 Marines not even showing, so he can easily defend this. I mean, Sage does force him to show the Marines at least. Actually, I think it makes sense. Think about it, because he doesn't know what Terran's doing, and he's just experienced 2 1-base plays in a row, so he wants to confirm the Marine count there.
Well,
Like, here's show you the extra Marines.
Here's the thing I don't like about that in particular. At this super early stage in the game, we are now at 3 goons, not 4, and you know the critical difference on 4 goons killing a tank.
That is very true, actually, and 4 goons one-shotting a Marine also. Yeah, maybe you're right. I still think the intel is important, and he should be able to retreat here. Oh, nice micro, dancing that goon back.
Alright, goon taking a little bit of damage, loses another goon, unfortunate. Has to just hard retreat, get to your other goons. He's losing another one, back down to 3 on the map. Offense feeling real comfortable. That Siege just is not super comfortable trying to slow down these pushes.
I guess, like you said, this is kind of like a 2 tank FD, but he's also like still making Marines to siege. This is a really weird build to me. Oh my god, he's losing so many goons. Is he just gonna die? I mean, he doesn't even have an expansion.
So he can't lose the expansion, and he has a couple goons to like at least hang out on the ramp. So I don't think he dies here, but this is like a free expand for offense. Feels super comfortable.
Yeah, this is actually really good for offense because he doesn't even have 2 factories. He still has a decent SCV count. He can cut as much as you would have a 2-fac.
Oh my god, stop bleeding goons, man! No!
I think he's just gonna set up the contain. No, wow. He wants to go in there. I'm surprised he's trying to go up the ramp here.
I think he's just going up the ramp just for the vision to keep doing tank shots. I don't think he's gonna move up with the tanks.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm committing to that. I don't think he's going up with the tanks. He's just using the vultures.
Well, I've been wrong every other time, so I suppose you're right. But man, I really got to question offense's build right now. He's banking 900 minerals. He really could have expanded, or he's got a second factory here. So
yeah, I was so sure once he set up at this natural, he's going to start an expansion. The SCV moving down now, but definitely unprepared for it.
You know what I'd rather do here is you pull back and just hold the natural rather than trying to come up here. See, look, he's trying to come up. And you just get like an engineering bay, a bunker, and you just make it like unbreakable. And Protoss just stuck on one base. I mean, if he can take out these gateways, totally worth.
Yeah, like that one gate on the side is never going to get anything going. We have so many mines out here too. The observatory just finished out now. We're having to build more gateways down the south side of the base. This is such a bad situation for Protoss.
He does finally start that CC, by the way.
Yeah, finally. We keep reinforcing with vultures. We do see that a shuttle has been made, though, so it might be an opportunity to actually punish these tanks for being so cavalier of how far up they are. But I think the offense has done so much damage with this push right now. He's feeling great.
Yeah.
Actually gets mines out the south gateways, too. Oh, no.
Oh. Okay, the observer pops out just now though, so I think he'll be able to clear those out pretty easily. Yeah, I see he got this bay. I think he wanted to go for a Reaver, but just doesn't have time.
Well, he's starting the Reaver now after the observer, but you need the observer. You gotta clear out these mines so you can try to secure your base.
Yeah, see, the thing is, oh my god, that goon. He started the bay before he started the observatory, so I think he really just wanted to get the Reaver, realized he's going to need the observer. So with the Reaver here, do you just counter or do you try and break with it? Because I feel like it's not as useful trying to bust. Oh my god, so much damage going down.
Honestly, I think I might try to counter.
Yeah, like, I don't think the Reaver is as useful trying to bust this as it is trying to counter, because you know there's going to be basically no defense here, but Nebe is coming up actually, and he might have it in time. If he starts turrets right away.
I think he has a better chance breaking through this just by dropping the Zealots, but I don't even know if he has to use the Reaver particularly.
Well, one Zealot on high ground? Yeah, perfect. That's a great drop there.
Oh, he is going to use the Reaver, try to trigger the mine. Ooh, mine gets one tank.
The tank. Yeah, the Reaver copped a mine there, so it's pretty low. If he can take out that tank, oh my gosh, yes, he does take it out.
Yeah, the one's going to manage to retreat, but that bought time for offense. Even with the late start of it, finished the CC, has guys mining, adding on a third factory now, and starting armory, moving into his mid game.
Well, the thing is, the Reaver's still up, and there's no turrets done yet. Okay, this one at the natural will be done in time, but if he can fly past into the main, he could potentially get some damage done. Needs to be careful, that turret's about to finish up. If he loses the shuttle, he's going to be at a huge disadvantage.
Gotta be careful. Oh, no. Dear, no. If he just kept flying, he would have made it through. Barely, but he would have made it through. There was already a turret in the main though, so it wasn't going to do a whole lot of anything anyway.
Yeah, I suppose you're right, but losing it is even worse.
Oh yeah, it's tragic.
But
So-
you know, if Terran wants to move out, you can slow it down so much with a Reaver, especially with this high ground here. Like that makes it so much better than on other maps.
So
Yeah,
we're
now
actually
it's
we're
just
actually
like,
seeing
ugh.
another shuttle being made from Siege. He does have a good amount of gateways made, and he has a good goon base already filled out. Wouldn't be surprised if he moves across and actually preps up for a bulldog.
Well, I don't think he wants to bulldog here. I don't think that's wise. I think it's fine if he just stays in and makes sure they can't move out for a third or a push. Is what you should do here.
But I don't get why he's rushing for another shuttle then, if he wasn't going to make a use of it, because I don't see
you
the
need
point.
it. If Terran's pushing out, you need to defend. You need to drop zealots on their tanks. And I don't know, maybe he's going to make a second Reaver as well.
I don't think I'd like him making another Reaver here. I think like you already saw the turrets set up. I'm not sure it's going to get a lot
Well,
done.
I don't know. I feel like you kind of almost have to because you invest that into your tech, and if you don't make one, Terran's just going to be kind of stronger, I think. Okay, but it turns out he is not. But look, I think the shuttle is definitely necessary. If Terran starts coming out with 2-base push, you're going to need zealot bombs to deal with that.
Oh, for sure. The observer gets killed off in the main to a turret, so gets an idea of how many factories are there, but it isn't going to have the ability to see what's going on much further. Yeah, we're actually going into a forge and just keep building up gateway here. So I think Siege trying to just settle into getting his 3-base economy going. A vulture is around the area, but not actually going to see it coming.
Yeah, well, it's not going to see anything amazing. I think the fence is setting up for a third here. I don't know about this full wall though. I don't know if a fence is going to go for a drop later, but if he does, this full wall is a complete liability for this base.
Oh, what,
Well,
with the academy? Like that?
No, I'm talking about the Protoss third, sorry.
Oh.
But yeah, the wall of the natural, I think the Terran is fine.
I think he's just trying to
Oh,
stop it from
it's
vulture
timing,
harass. Oh, the
Okay.
vulture gets repelled just barely.
Yeah, he could have killed maybe one probe anyway at max, so that's not too bad. But he does know now exactly.
Well, we see the offense moving up to, I think, 5 factories now and has that weapons upgrade. Pretty close to
Okay.
done of his armory, so I'm sure he's feeling
I
comfortable.
wonder, will offense try and push here? With this extra factory coming up, I'm starting to doubt if he's actually going to take a third. Then again, he looks pretty defensive. I'm not sure what he's going to do here. Honestly, it could...
I mean, like, so he had the vulture around the 3rd base. If he has an idea that the Protoss behind all that aggression double expanded, there's definitely opportunity where the macro hasn't fully kicked in yet, and there's a good chance you could pressure into the natural, or at least the between the natural and 3rd, and make him lose a base. And here comes offense
Alright,
moving
well-
out to see if he can get that exact what I'm saying.
Yeah, if once he gets set up, like on that high ground, it's kind of like game over, you know? If you have enough anti-air. Okay, well, these goons are going to get on the tanks pretty easily, but they will pull back because they're getting sieged up. Oh man. Oh, big damage going down. Yeah, I don't think this is enough for Protoss just looking at it.
Yeah, I see two
There's two
shuttles.
shuttles.
Yeah, but I don't see
sorry,
I
you
don't
go.
see any zealots on the map.
Yeah. Maybe he can fly 2 empty shuttles and make the Terran under siege. Hey, nice micro there by Sage. Picks off 2 tanks and does pull back out of range again. But these goons are so few and so damaged already. I just don't think it's enough. Loads up the 3 zealots he has, but oh, look at this. Terran is in that position, that deadly position.
Oh yeah, a little bit on the high ground, a little bit on the low ground.
Ooh.
Can't attack everything
Well,
at once.
send the empty shuttle first. I like that you send the empty shuttle first. That actually makes sense. And he's going to drop here, but the goons already are getting decimated. Doesn't even matter. Damn. Offense. Coming out here with a deadly push.
Yeah, it's
GG.
brutal.
Wow. Super aggressive Terran play there.
I mean, matching his name, as you pointed out. And there's
Yeah.
your freak two fact play, man. There it is.
It wasn't. It was one fact. I don't even get that build, to be honest. But he went one factory and somehow it's had enough against 2-gate opening. He could attack.
I think it was just like having those extra tanks, and then Siege just sloppily losing way too many goons, like
He,
too many.
Lost his goons, right? When he moved.
All right, we are going into our last series of the night, and it's the best matchup, everyone's favorite matchup.
I lost connection at BattleNet here. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can
Experiencing
hear you. So,
Okay, a bit of lag going on, right? So I'm just trying to reconnect.
no, that's all good. So, I'm gonna take a quick second then to grab a bottle of water, and then we'll get going into the next series.
Okay.
I'll give you time to get into the game. And in the meantime, hang out for a second, chat. We'll be right back. We have one more series for you, and it's probably going to be awesome, so stick around. Oh, look at me, my good timing. I saw you just join.
In sync, man. Yeah, we're synced up. Let's do it.
Alright, we're going into the last one. It's a Zerg versus Terran. It's starting in 0 seconds. Oh no, Battle.net, not like this.
I don't think it's Battle.net, I think it's...
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, we'll see if we get into the game. You're still in Discord, right? And the blind was dropped from the game. Okay, we're gonna try that again in a second, so... We're gonna just keep hanging out, guys. We're trying to figure this out. The blind's from Australia with his bad Australia internet, I guess. Alright. So, and while we got a little bit of time to kill, how are we doing tonight at chat? You guys are playing CPL? Have you been having a good time this season so far? How have we been doing for you this season compared to the previous? Seeing what's going on with my co-caster Neblime for a second. We're going to be taking a break for just a minute. I think my co-caster having internet problems. We're going to get another person in here to help us finish out the night. Hang out for just a minute, everyone, okay? You can listen to the sweet menu music of Boudoir while we wait.
Yo, I'm back. I've returned. I've risen from the dead.
Alright, let's go.
I mean, it seems like it just came back on.
Alright, cool. So then I got the game up, so get in here and we'll make sure.
Yeah, I just got to log in Battle.net again.
Yeah, I'm throwing you under the bus on Discord for me having to bother everyone.
1 second, actually, I got to bring it back.
Not a problem. Alright, so this could be my opportunity. Give me 1 second. Let's promote what's going on a little bit later this week for everybody.
Alright, sorry about that. I'm back now.
Yeah, no problem.
Still got to log in. Alright, here I am. Finally, we can get this match on the way.
Alright, fantastic. Alright, we'll see if we actually get it before we celebrate. Alright, we're in there.
So
we did it. Fantastic.
in the bottom left, in the brown, it's Wrecking Ball, but I'm pretty sure that's an AKA. Who is it?
It is a AKA. God, I just looked up the name before we started because I knew this was gonna happen, and it's Brett.
Okay. And in the top right, we have Kenzaki Ranko in the pink Terran. Okay,
I knew that was gonna happen too. God damn it.
You know what? I was saying I want to see 2-Fac in TVP. I don't want to see the Goliath build in TVC. I want to see anything but that. Please.
Alright, so ignoring personal bias, what you want to see, I feel like on this map, 2-Hatch Muta's really good. So
you know what's really good against 2-Hatch Muta?
Yeah, what's really good against 2-Hatch Muta?
The Goliath builds.
So justify why you wouldn't do that build on this map then, turn. Like, what would you do instead?
I mean, there's no reason not to. Like, you should just do it on every map because it seems.
Well, I mean, what about these other maps where it's like Tower Cross is so open? Like, maybe that's something that you could do the bio, like, five racks kind of deal?
Yeah, maybe, but to be honest, I would really like having an early Vulture on Tower Cross anyway. It's a bit awkward to defend the natural, and having a Vulture just kind of like shuts down a lot of blingy possibilities. So, I mean, I can't really argue against it. I just don't want to see it because it's every single game, and it just seems to keep winning. Like, it seems like Zerg keep going 2-Hatch and don't really have an answer for it, and the Terran always seems to eke out the advantage. I don't want to keep seeing that, you know? But look at that, there's the gas. Oh dear. Well, there was an 11 gas though, interestingly.
I don't know. I mean, we could always be saying that. Like, was there any indication where maybe, like, what would be the deviation between like that kind of Goliath build or just like a 1-1-1?
Yeah, so it's the CC timing when you pull off gas, basically. But this 11 gas does intrigue me. I wonder if he's going to get Vulture speed here with that, or if it's just a slight like optimization. I really don't know. Look, I'd be extremely surprised if we saw a 1-1-1 because it just doesn't seem in style right now.
It also seems just very difficult. Like, even when the pros were using it, a lot of pros were messing it up, and I don't see that being like a CPL kind of build. That seems very dangerous.
I think at the basic, it's not too hard. It only becomes difficult when Zerg has a lot of like technical attacks they're able to do. So it does scale with the difficulty of your opponent, I think. And it's very easy for Zerg to like make the wrong call and make the wrong thing, and suddenly they're just like in trouble. But again, I think it is harder than the Goliath build, that's for sure. And it is the Goliath build, by the way. This is pull off gas now.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, wait. He still has 1 in gas, actually. I didn't notice. So it could be 1-1-1. It could be.
Well, you're the master on this one. I got nothing for you.
Well, okay, there's 2 possibilities here. He's going for 1-1-1, or he accidentally left 1 in gas and it's a mistake. Those are the 2 possibilities. Also, he needs a depot, but that's its own problem. So it is a 2-edge build, as anticipated.
Yeah, of course. And we're rushing straight to lair, no lane speed first. SCV's right in the base, doesn't care. It's like, no, it's 2-Hatch, deal with it.
Yeah, so this is not 1-1-1 either. So it is a bit of a mistake that he left in gas there. That's not typically what you do with this build. But nonetheless, he's getting that CC up. And the Vulture will be coming out pretty soon. Actually, What is he doing? I don't think this is the Goliath build because he still has SCVs and gas.
Yeah, he added SCVs back into the gas.
Yeah, that's like super early. I'm not sure what Ranko is going for here. Oh, is it 2-port Wraith? It could be. I think that's what we're going to see here.
Yeah?
So there's 1 port, yeah, and there's the other. Okay, well that's interesting. I'm glad it's not the same damn build every time.
Is Ranko secretly Leda?
Yeah, that's right. He's AKA. Like, he's
Oh
just, like,
man, this is so
CPL.
cool. I've never seen anyone other than Leda actually do this build and win with it, so I'm super
It's
excited to see
pretty
this.
hardcore. This build is like, oh, I don't even know how to describe it.
It's a build that if you've told someone, like, okay, here's my plan, you just describe to them, they'll go, dude, that isn't gonna work, and then somehow
Yeah,
it can
that's
work.
You know, you ask someone, what do you do in TVZ? What's your favorite build? You're like, oh, 2-port Wraith. And you're like, well, okay, this guy's a noob. He doesn't know how to play the game, right? Like, actually, it'd be pretty good. And yeah, this looks just like the Goliath build, right? As far as Brett can see. Even getting an anti-vulture sim here, although I think making a vulture would still be reasonable here. But he got a shot. I wonder if he's going to make a tank in case of Hydras here. I wonder if that's the plan.
Well, he's gonna be able to see the Hydras coming with the Wraith, right?
Yeah, but you want to be ready to make the tank. Seems where it takes a little while. Man, this is intriguing.
Yeah, here comes the race on the way. So, out of curiosity, if you were thinking about this from the Zerg point of view, is this like, it's 2-port rate better against 2-hatch or against 3-hatch for like a Mutalisk build?
I think it's way better against 3-hatch because the Zerg's not going to have Spire up as soon. You have more of a window to harass. Oh my god, is this Ling going to get in? Oh, stop him. Oh, nice block. Very nicely done there. If that got in, that would be enormous, but it does not. You know, the fact that the Vulture hasn't come out, though, is already kind of sus. And that Overlord can see the factory. I don't know if he saw that it wasn't doing anything. Okay, Wraith will show itself.
It saw one Wraith, which isn't an indication of anything just yet. He's actually keeping the other one back at home. Very smart.
Why is he making 2 control towers? Is he going to make Valkyries? What? 2 control tower? What is this?
We're in there. We're having fun.
2-port Valkyrie, go. And he doesn't have an armory yet, so I don't think that's what we're going to see. Maybe it's just a mistake.
We are seeing that little adaptation from Brett, though, rushing into that Overlord speed, just to make this a little less effective for this kind of harassment.
That's perfect what he wants here. Because when Cloak comes out, you really do need that. So imagine this was 3-hatch, right? The Spire would not be done until like pretty much just now, instead of the Muta's almost being finished. So there'd be a lot more time for these Wraiths to try and do damage. Oh, speaking of, run away. Okay, Cloak's on the way.
Oh, you were saying 2 control towers? 1 did get cancelled.
Okay, it was just a mistake. I was thinking we're going to see like the new meta, like the 2-port Valkyrie startup. It's like PvT is trying to kill Overlords with that.
Sure.
So here's the thing. Because he already has that Spire, though, he can beat this back fairly easily. Now, Cloak will allow the Terran to survive in his base, but it's not done yet. And, like, this bunker is not really enough defense for the time being. So, I don't know, I'm feeling a bit worried for Kenzaki Ranko right now. Ooh, run away with those Wraiths.
Yeah,
I
actually...
try and micro this, but that's brave.
Yeah, I actually do like that there's another smart decision from our Zerg player. He's getting that Flyer Care base just to make it a little more robust against actually fighting these Wraiths.
Yeah, this is crazy. It seems like Brett is just ready for this. Like, it's not like, whoa, it's 2-port Wraith, who does that? It's more like, okay, it's 2-port Wraith, here's my response. Just like I practiced, you know, that's what this seems like.
I mean, this...
Cloak is done now. Oh, well, that was not how you want to do it. He cloaked after the Scourge connected, which is the opposite of what you want to do. But he will be able to chase down these Mutalisks, unfortunately for Zerg. Really nice movie shot. Oh, he lets him go, though.
Unfortunate.
Catch those again. Yeah. Well, look, there's an Overlord here, but I think he can actually take out those Mutalisks anyway.
Yeah.
That's only 3 Mutalisks. Ooh. This is the weirdest micro in Starcraft, by the way. Okay, we'll take out that Overlord. Oh, is he gonna find this 3rd? Because he could potentially do a lot of harass here if he finds it.
I mean, the fact that everything's moving up there, that should be the dead giveaway, right?
Yeah, okay, but he's running out of energy, and he does have to flee from all those Mutalisks. That's a lot of Mutalisks. Damn, okay, so... survives the initial Muta wave, truly the scariest time of this build. I'm not sure where he's going to go from here. He's getting mined, so I think it's going to go into ground mech from here. Still needs to make a fair bunch of Wraith for now.
Yeah, I think this might be something that's just going to transition to a more traditional mech. This seems like the good map to do it on if you're gonna like do a non-Goliath, like that traditional old school mech where it's just a lot of tanks and vultures, like playing a little more like how you play against for us. But we might just go into a lot of Goliaths too. We haven't really seen what his plan is just yet. Actually getting a science facility pretty quickly, so maybe maybe going into some science vessels too.
Well, they do delete those mutalisks, but look, I don't think you need that many Goliaths immediately here. I think you really just want to insert more control on the ground, because the Wraiths kind of fill that role. Oh, well. Where the Scourge at? Oh, there they are. If he picks off the Scourge, oh, nicely done. Picks off one and the other. Really well done there. But that's too many mutalisks. He needs to rely on this turret. There you go. If you could just pick off that Overlord, it's only one Overlord.
This is actually the kind of situation where it's like we're watching it with the observer vision. We have that perfect knowledge, and
yeah, that's true.
Like you're looking at this like imagine if Speed Lynx just ran in this base right now. Just imagine like 6 of them just ran in the main. Like there's no way to stop.
Actually, that would be pretty bad for Terran. The thing is, the Wraiths aren't terrible at shooting that down. Like as long as they're like sitting on top of a turret or whatever, and they're not worried about the mutalisks, they can clean that up a little bit. But I think it would probably have been worth it. But look, Renko's just sitting back trying to macro up. Look how many drones he has. He decided to make drones instead of speedlings, and I think it's going to pay off. The thing is, Terran really needs to like harass Zerg with this, especially if Zerg's on 3 bases, and really he hasn't been able to. He's been sitting defensively so far.
Yeah,
like, I think he got 2 Overlords, and that's it.
Yeah, we are seeing starting to add on that another factory, so it is going to be confirmed that we're going to go into a little bit more of the mechanical ground units, and then we're going.
Interesting that he gets the vultures first, not the tanks here, and he's getting vulture speedy. I mean, I don't know that much about 2-port Wraith. It probably makes sense, but I'm just interested.
Maybe like I'm thinking maybe vultures just in case of the thing I was saying. Like, hey, what if Speed Lynx just show up?
Yeah,
so,
true.
Seems like that might be helpful here.
Looks like Zerg can come in here, and there's no more turrets. Still only that one turret. Oh, but somehow Terran intercepts these Overlords. There's still quite a few over there. He needs to cloak. He needs to cloak. Please. Okay, he's gonna save his energy, I guess. But there's so many Overlords here. I don't think Zerg's gonna have too hard a time. And I think it's just enough Mutalisks that he can win this fight. Oh, he needs more turrets, man. One turret's not enough. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think he's relying that he has a bunch of Wraiths and maybe underestimating how strong these mutants are actually going to be.
Oh, well, nice micro so far. This thing, you can sort of out-micro the Mutalisks because you do have more range than them, but it's really hard. Okay, and apparently there's a vessel already out. I didn't see that one. Irradiate is finished, by the way, and he has energy. So Zerg was actually really playing with fire there. I didn't quite realize that. See, if I was bred here, I'd just like run in and got irradiated and died.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where we're going with our Zerg player. Get up to Hive. What's the Hive tech you're going to choose against something like this?
Well, definitely Defilers will negate Wraiths completely. So
for a Plague?
Dark Swarm. Well, Plague, I was going to start you off with Dark Swarm and then tell you about Plague, but you're right. Plague is the ultimate counter, but also Dark Swarm, like if you have a Defiler base, you cast Dark Swarm with drones, the Wraiths can't do anything. But yeah, Plague is just like, okay, my Wraiths are plagued, guess I can't use them until I repair them. Like, you don't even want to try.
Yeah, I think Plague definitely looking like the end game. We're starting to move into Hydralisk and getting the upgrades for those as well, so it's going to take this very finesse-based Terran army and push it to its limit. We're taking that 3rd CC for the Terran, but it's not at a gas base, though.
This is why the Terran's going to need tanks in siege mode, right? That's the only way to really deal with Dark Swarm in this scenario. Wraith's still trying to get around to what they can. Oh man, that's so many Scourge though. He needs turrets somewhere.
There's so many Scourge and Mutas. Like, I feel like you're so committed to your air army anyway, you should add Valkyries at this point.
Well, I don't know about that, because then, you know, Plague is going to come out and the F fight's just going to kind of automatically go to Zerg. So I don't think that's an investment you want to make. Well, nice harass here though. Gonna kill a couple of drones off. I really like that. I think I saw this in another cast the other day. As soon as you kill off the as soon as you put your mines down, you might as well trade for drones, because that's a pretty good trade for the Terran. Look, I want to just see Renko make like tons of turrets everywhere, because he has plenty of minerals. If you had like 4 turrets in every location, this becomes way less scary.
Ranko hard committing to this, actually upgrading ship weapons, so he's not backing off the air attack anytime soon.
Okay, well, you were right. He's going for these Valkyries. Dude, this is like Starcraft 2 right now, where sometimes you can just go for air. That's the thing. Oh my god.
I think both players have invested so heavily, it's worth the investment. Like, look, this is like 2 control group of Mutalisks, right?
Oh my god, and 11 Wraiths right now?
And we're actually going into Greater Spire. He's gonna get the Devourers! Yes!
Oh my god. I really think Plague would have been a better choice, but I guess it would take longer? Because you gotta get Consume and then Plague?
I guess so.
Oh my god, he's getting Yamato! Is this real? What am I watching?
You just as a joke, but less of a joke now. You're like, what am I watching? It's like StarCraft 2. Yes, it is like StarCraft 2.
Yeah, battle cruises in TVZ, right? Oh my god.
And we're like going like super late air units. We're getting upgrades like air dominance. Like this is a very different way of playing the game. And these couple little vulture groups that are still moving out on the map and being active, like they're gonna force the mutas to be like keep doing what they need to do on the map. I'm actually curious though, who's gonna be able to actually secure another base with these hypermobile armies?
Did you see that one vulture that the mutas all just flew over? He must be like sweating right now. So look, I think Terran can pretty easily secure another base because all he has to do is make like 10 turrets there, and that's kind of done. Because mines can stop any small amount of Zerglings coming across. Look, I think Brett's really playing into Renko's hands here by not going for Hydra Swarm. That's the only reason that this composition is going to be effective. Like if Terran's trying to transition siege tanks, I think what Zerg's doing actually kind of makes sense. But if Terran's sticking with air, I think Hydra Swarm is all you need. You just kind of win by default. But since he's getting these battle cruisers, he has these Valkyries and all that, I think Devour is not actually going to be as good counterintuitively.
We're up to like 3 control groups of mutas now, and here come Devourers. We're in there. We did it.
I mean, the Devourers definitely are going to make this a lot stronger, but I really just think Hydra Swarm is what you would want, especially against these battle cruisers.
Well, I mean, how do Zerg air units actually fight against battle cruisers? Like, because it takes like 1,000,000 Scourge. Mutas don't kill them fast either. You're already building up all these science vessels, so you can dematrix them if you have to.
Here's what you do: you plague them, ensnare them, and acid spore them, and then they are just like useless one-hit boxes that can't move.
Alright, well, I mean, here comes that Defiler mount, so we're going to be able to eventually get into this tech, but like you said, there's 2 spells you still have to research.
If Zerg holds off long enough to Plague, then I think he will definitely have the advantage. But if Terran can take a fight before that, then I really think with 3 battle cruisers coming out, Terran's army is going to be better. Especially if you land irradiates on those Devourers as they're like in the middle of the army, so much damage is going to go down so quickly. And I mean, the acid spores are good, but if the Terran army is at least reasonably spread, I don't think it's going to make the critical damage. I don't know.
We're actually going into Guardians as well, so I don't know what the plan is for this, but I don't know how much I like morphing Guardians with the main army. Maybe off to the side harass?
He doesn't realize what he's up against here, and I mean, I don't blame him, because this is weird as heck, so... Yeah, I think he thinks there's going to be some tanks down here, or Goliaths even.
Oh, here comes a giant flock heading to that bottom right. Terran just establishing that base now, but here comes enough to make sure it doesn't...
Because if these vessels go down too quickly, it's going to be pretty good for this couple of Hydras even here. Because you really just need to irradiate that Devourer clump. Oh, nice cloak. There's no Overlords here somehow.
Oh,
one vessel getting taken out. Oh my god, no, this is a slaughter for Zerg. There's no way, even with Overlords coming up. Oh my god. Melting all that. You can see those irradiates having so much splash damage, even with Valkyries getting acid sport.
And these Guardians moving in, there's like, why are the Guardians moving in? This is just sloppy control from Zerg. I feel like the spot wasn't that bad, but this fight just handed this game to Terran.
Yeah, for sure. No point cloaking there when you got acid spores on you, but nonetheless cleans up those Hydras pretty easily. So there's nothing funnier than like a Valkyrie fighting a Devourer, because the Valkyrie just gets 1 billion acid spores on it, and it just like can't kill the Devourer. Oh, so these mines doing their job, taking out just those few Zerglings, and Terran still building up battle cruisers here. Consumer's on the way, but these Wraiths can go harass now. There are spores though, and as we well know,
well, a little Hydra army is moving towards that bottom right base, but here come Wraiths into the main.
Don't do it, man. You're gonna take so much damage with acid spores on you. But yeah, without tanks here now, suddenly, like, even though Terran won that fight so handily, you can see why this isn't such a popular composition. And the battle cruisers are so freaking slow. They're going to the top left. There's no way they can come back to defend here. A lot of Scourge coming down too, and that's just too many Overlords, right? Oh my god.
Oh, jeez. Scourge making good hits on those Wraiths to lower those numbers down. That CC goes down to just like 6 Hydras. There wasn't anything there. There's just nothing to defend it.
Yeah. Oh. Picks up a good number of Scourge for only 1 Wraith there, so that's nice, I guess.
I mean, the Wraith count is dwindling though. In that little group right there, there's only 7, and before it was over a control group.
Yes, but the battle cruisers are getting in there. And you know, I don't know how much Zerg has to deal with this. These Hydras running into mines right now. Oh,
a couple mutas trying to engage in this. A couple Scourge make some good connections to weaken some of these battle cruisers. Not sure if actually these battle cruisers are killing the mutas very slowly in comparison to what I was expecting.
They're not the greatest against humanists. They really need support here, but they are strong enough. And you know, the upgrades for Terran are actually not that great. Only +1 air at the moment, where Zerg has 1/1.
the +2 air is
Oh,
about
the
to finish
virus.
soon. The Wraiths were tickling that 12 o'clock base. It left it with 180 HP instead of killing it.
Yeah, well, they need to come help the battle cruisers, but it's already too late. These battle cruisers are going to get taken out pretty easily. Acid Spores going down on the Wraiths again.
Jesus.
I think Saetzero army is good enough here. I really think Saetzero army is going to take this out. Well, actually, that battle cruiser tanking so much. Okay, it is going to go down with like 9 Acid Spores on it. And these Wraiths, we have a few of their own and we'll get taken out as well.
Well, I'm just gonna let you predict how these fights are gonna go. I'm gonna look smart by not saying a word.
Yeah, well, I thought that was going to go Zerg's way, but then I thought, well, it takes so long for the Mutalisk to kill the battle cruiser, even with Acid Spores, it was kind of working, but then, yeah.
Something interesting from Ranko, adding on a bunch of barracks, looking like he wants to start transitioning out of this into a bioarm.
Well, if all your opponent has is a Mutas into Barrows, Barrows pretty good, but consider that he has, like, no bio upgrades. So, like, these are going to be, like, +2 Mutalisks. I don't know about that. With a Radiate? Sure, maybe. Oh my god, this hatchery still going to survive. Yeah, Brett's done a great job here of just continuing to expand, and Ranko tried, but you can see it's not really realistic with battle cruisers. Battle cruisers are so slow. Oh man, these Mutas coming in. I don't think they really want to mess with this, to be honest.
Yeah, there's actually energy for some of them to do this some Yamato kinds, and I think it's like you start doing it just to kill a Muta or like Devourer,
sure,
right?
sure. If you catch it while it's running away, that makes total sense for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just wasting the energy otherwise. Well, he might just Yamato this Spore in this hatchery here. Or he might just A-move them. He could probably just A-move these. Oh, he turns back. I'm surprised.
Just Yamato the building.
There we go. Nice. First Yamato I've ever seen in the CPL cast.
Not for me. Yeah, not for me.
I did see TBTs actually. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, TBT for sure. Muta's coming back to check this bottom right base with the Terran's main mined out and now sitting on two bases, only one of them having a gas. I think Zerg just keeps choking him out. This is going to be very difficult for Ranko to actually build out.
The main is depleted, right? The main is depleted and the natural's about to be, so... I think this is why he's going with Bio, because it's mineral heavy and he has like a billion mineral.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. But he's not adding on enough barracks to really do it. He only added on a couple. He needs to add on like a lot, I think.
Look at this. Clearing out the mines with the Mutas here going to open the way for ground forces. I don't know what ground forces Red actually has at this time.
He's making enough little groups of Langs. That's all he really needs.
Yeah, I guess so, because there's just like nothing to defend here. Okay, here he goes. There's a vessel available. Oh my gosh. Okay, battlecruiser's coming down here, and this vessel's gonna be able to help out a lot. Nice two Matrix.
Oh,
Radiate
man.
would be worth it. Nice. Really nice Radiate. Did you know one Radiate doesn't kill a Devourer at full health?
I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised.
It's surprising, because you don't think of them as that tanky, but I guess they really are.
Okay, I think they're like 180 health or more, right?
250.
Jesus. Yeah, they are tanky.
So, Brett was trying to pull him in two directions here, coming with the Mutalisk, but there's actually plenty of battlecruisers here. I don't know about moving out with small group battlecruisers. I think you really want to keep them together. Obviously, against the Acid Spores, that you don't want to spread them, but they still all need to fight together, because 3 alone, I think will easily get crushed by the Sergei army. Maybe not now that all the Devourers are gone.
This feels so weird though. Like I keep looking at the scoreboard. Like, okay, Zerg's in a great spot as far as the economy and bases and everything. Kazaki Ranko has a lot of supply, and it feels like I'm not seeing any of it.
Well, yeah, the battle cruisers do take up a lot of supply, remember, and all of them are down at the mineral only. So wow, that's a great irradiate on those Mutalisks, doing so much damage. But again, he's not fighting all together. He has 5 battle cruisers and a vessel not in this fight. Imagine if he had those here right now, he'd be storming through to this top left easily. So I think this is a big mistake from Ranko. I think these battle cruisers will get taken out soon enough. Mortiferers being morphed. Plague and Consumer finished, but where are the Defilers?
I mean, this honestly just might be a little bit of a diversion tactic from Ranko, that he is... Like, he has a couple vultures down at the 6 o'clock, really cleaning up.
Catching these Devourers would be huge if you can kill them before they morph. This is a huge catch. Like, that's like 500 gas right now. Okay, no, they finished though. Apparently finishing puts them at full health. But here come the Yamatos. Oh my god, that's actually so useful. Oh my god. Okay, Scourge coming in. Oh, and Plague. But I don't know, man. Battle cruisers are pretty freaking good. Look at them go.
Yeah. Well, like you're saying, there's still plenty of them at the mineral only, and Ranko actually finally has built up. He has about 2 control groups of bio that's starting to move out on the field.
Yeah, I think that one battlecruiser might actually barely win against that Devourer, by the way. But yeah, he's gonna kill it. I can't believe those 3 battlecruisers basically fought everything Zerg had, And Terran was like keeping the rest hidden. Now here he comes. Oh my gosh. And you know, Zerg doesn't have much of an answer for this. If he can get up there in Dark Swarm, it's going to sort of work, but other than that, like, there's no real defense. These Zerglings are not going to do much at all, especially with Firebats here. Guardians being morphed, and that's a good answer for it. I like that, especially with the lack of bio upgrades here. Those are going to be devastating. But is there time?
I don't think there is. Like, this is going to be another base killed for the Terran. And Terran, like, still, supply has not been dropping, even though he's been losing a little battle cruisers here, a little bit of stuff here.
This aggression is all well and good, but he really needs to secure another base for himself, and he's not making any move to do that. Decent play, oh, he needs to target those Guardians. That Swarm helps the Terran a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Coming in. Yeah, look, to be honest, I feel like Ranko is focusing all his attention on this one little fight and missing the bigger picture, which is that he's mining out, and he also has like a lot of units going up doing nothing.
Yeah, more than anything, Ranko just needs more gas. Like, he needs to get that finally secure. There's 5 lanes down at the bottom right that's been there for like 10 minutes, it feels like. Just dissuading this base the whole time. He could be taking that 12 o'clock that he knows he's killed. Ranko, yeah, really just trying to keep doing these little attacks, but not focusing on the next step.
Yeah, I feel like this is just a lack of like a coherent goal here. He's just like, I guess I'm sending units across to do whatever. Whereas you really just need to keep expanding or be focusing on attack to just like take out your opponent completely. Even if he killed the top left here, I think he'd still be in a bad position because he still hasn't expanded. And he's been sitting here for a long time on these 3 bases, not really looking like taking it.
Well, his natural just mined out as well, so now he's like literally just sitting on a mineral only. No gas income at all other than depleted Garcers.
Dude, I think he must have forgotten about his battle cruisers at third.
I've been looking at them. I think he has too. It's bothering me so much.
He probably could have taken out that top left pretty easily if he brought those along.
I think if he just had those along with his bio push just to kill out a couple mutas or kill the defilers from far range.
For sure. That would be actually really tough. They would kind of be like the siege tanks, right? They'd be sieging away. Okay, Terran gonna come up here though, but a bunch of Winged Defiler can come back and deal with this, I think. And that's really just not enough fire. Focusing the Sunken with these Firebats when they really have another job to do. Great Swarm there. Firebats can do their best under Swarm, but I think it's just enough for the Zerg, or maybe not.
I mean, Firebats are real good.
I mean, they're good against one unit only, but they know their goddamn job.
Yeah. I mean, you see a couple of vessels trying to erase our overlords right now in the middle of the map.
I don't think that really works when they have speed.
Yeah, not really. Alright, so we're finally moving out with more bio on the map. 1 Valkyrie is coming with them, but not the ones from the mineral only. I do think that those have just been forgotten about. But we've seen plenty of bio moving on the map. There's only been like little patches of links here and there, because even the Zerg player running on fumes as far as gas goes.
This is kind of absurd how much minerals Terran has. That's crazy. Like, he can keep going for like 5 minutes without expanding.
Oh, we're finally moving the Valkyries at the mineral. He finally saw him.
Oh, yes. The Terran Doom fleet is actually... Is Kentucky going to win this?
I think so. It's hard for me to imagine that he doesn't win this, honestly.
He can't win this. No, there's no way.
Well, look at the Greater Spire. It's a super low energy. We've been, like, going through all these units here and there. There's no air army anymore to contest these battlecruisers.
And they have +3 now. Oh my god, yeah, like this bottom left base like is going to get taken out easily, right? The bottom right is being taken by Zerg, but there's no drones there yet. Can he just storm into the main, take out all the tech anyway?
Probably.
We got a bunch of Hydras coming out now. The thing is, Hydra Swarm, like 2 Hydras underneath a Dark Swarm would be enough, but he just doesn't have them in position.
We also, it's just a weird situation. You gotta think about it. It's like Dark Swarm versus Air is... Yeah. Like, who does that?
Terran has like the perfect combo because if he has Firebats and Battle Cruisers, it's like, okay, you Dark Swarm your Hydras, but then Firebats are under the Dark Swarm and your Hydras actually lose. GG, oh my god, I can't believe this.
Alright.
What is this game? Dude, I need to learn how to play Starcraft against like Ranko because he's doing it way cooler than
Well, way cooler and way more successful might be 2 different things, but that game was definitely awesome to watch.
My god, that was crazy. I can't believe he won as well. Like, after he lost the bottom right, I thought he was in real trouble.
Alright, well, now we got the problem of, hey, we're gonna watch some more games. What the hell are these players gonna do now? Was that the one weird game, or is this just what we're gonna have the whole time?
Yeah, my gosh. I don't know if it's like particularly good for match point or what. Or if it's just what he normally does. That's just his Monday, you know?
I mean, so if you are comfortable playing 2-port Wraith against 2-Hatch Muta, I guess it makes sense on the match point. But I don't see that. That's not a build you just do on every map. So I don't think we're going to see it here, but who knows?
After watching that game, I'm pretty sure Kanseki Renko isn't the average Terran. Like, he's capable of anything. Let's see.
Well, in the top right, we got our Pink Zerg Wrecking Ball. Or Wecking? Wecking? There's no R. I'm adding an R. There's no R. It's Wecking Ball. And in the bottom middle, it's the blue Terran Kazaki Renko, the battlecruiser hero of the people.
That's right. Good God.
Honestly, I'm much more thrilled about how the Zerg played that, though. Like, Renko, okay, battlecruisers are cool, whatever. 2-port Wraith, okay. But, like, we saw Guardians, we saw Devourers, we saw Queens. No, we didn't see Queens. We should have seen Queens. Where was the Ensnare for that? All those fights? Come on.
The triple combo. The battle cruisers become useless once you do that.
Oh man, but definitely very interesting games we saw from both players. Curious to see what we're doing this time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think about how the same comp would go in Tower Cross. I guess it's a bit harder to cut everything off with mines comparatively. But like, other than that, I don't even know what to look for.
So the one thing I would like look at if I'm thinking, hey, battle cruisers on this map, that giant area you would drop siege tanks on, that's a great area for Yamatos from the distance that can't be countered. I guess.
Suppose. But it seems like it was fighting back in the air anyway, so that doesn't.
But this is like, it's so much open ground space, it's all flat ground. I don't think we can do this air versus air stuff anymore because Lynx and Hydras just seem too strong this time.
Well, we'll see.
I mean, yeah, we'll see. Like, you want? I'm making the guess. You know, like I'm what 9 out of 10.
I'm not gonna put myself out there after last game. I don't wanna predict anything. If I see him with 1 on gas again though, or maybe 2 on gas, I might.
I'm not predicting nothing from Ranko. I'm predicting from the Zerg we're gonna see a more stable ground kind of army.
This is like a Mutalisk rush, I think, or maybe too much lurker. Because notice he goes gas before his pool. It could also be a Ling all-in actually. Whatever he's doing, aggressive.
I mean, I don't hate the idea of a Ling all-in on a map with no ramp.
Yeah, definitely seems good. And like this natural trick is quite wide. This natural is really actually just annoying for Terran in TBZ and TVP. So it could be a good option. We'll see. And as we can see, last game a Ling all-in definitely would have killed him.
Yeah, definitely a little weird. Ranko building that depot up at the choke, but not building the barracks with it. Building the barracks off by CC instead.
I think, yeah, actually, I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe he's going to build a factory under it? No, he doesn't even have a gas, so he's expanding here. Okay, so we're not going to see 2-port Wraith.
Ooh, here comes a bunker. We're in there. I don't think this is really threatening anything, though. I think it's just like trying to get a reaction of pulling drones or something.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, like, Brett's not even doing anything. Okay, now he's going to pull the drones. Yeah, the Marine isn't even going this way. It's really just a bait. And you know what? I think if Brett sees that Marine, he should know that. Oh, but he's still pulling so many drones.
I mean, he's got an Overlord on the walk path towards the base. He's gonna see it.
Okay, so Ranko will come out, but he's actually just gonna get the Overlord, or not? Oh yes, he is. Oh my god.
Nice.
That's brilliant. If he gets that, that's such an advantage. That's actually ridiculous. He's gonna get it, right?
Yeah, I don't see why he would.
I would pay 100 minerals to kill an Overlord any day.
Well, the bunker did get taken down at the natural or canceled. I didn't see what happened exactly. Lings are on the map now, and the Zergling speed on the way, but Wrecking Ball's currently supply blocked, so it has to be careful with these Lings. He won't be able to reinforce it for a little while.
Yeah, though, look, after taking that Overlord, Ranko is in a great position, because that just screws Zerg up so much. He has to make 2 Overlords before he can actually make anything else, and this is really a critical time period for Zerg to macro up. So I'm really liking Ranko's position.
I don't know. This is still dangerous, though. It's 8 Lings that are about to have speed, and there's no defensive buildings at this natural.
That is true. I mean, look at this. Is even going round just in case there was a scouting unit. That's definitely Brett's chance here. Yeah, those Marines need to pull back. Oh gosh. Uh-oh.
Well, here comes that
pull back just in time. Nope.
Oh, come on, Lings. Marines have no chance.
The SCVs pulled a bit slow.
Oh, all the Marines getting cleaned up here, and now they're just fighting SCVs. This is big damage for Zerg.
Well, he will clean up these Lings, I suppose, but yeah, the damage has been done, and more Lings are on the way. Brett fighting back here. Oh, Ranko being a bit complacent. He really needs a bunker, like, right now. I mean, it's a bit too late, even. I think he's just hoping there won't be another wave, but that seems naive now. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think Ranko just dies here, actually.
Yeah, building that bunker offensively instead of to secure his own.
Oh.
I don't think it's enough, though. There's just not enough Marines.
I think the Overlord Snipe bunker play was totally worth it, but if he just gets his own defensive bunker after that, I think he'd be set. Okay, 5 bats are coming out, though, so maybe they can do something. Maybe. And the Lair for Zerg only just finished, so Terran has time if he could just survive. Gotta lift that CC.
Yeah. It doesn't. He stops the expansion for now, but doesn't actually get the kill because of the lift.
Needs to put those SCVs back to work. Oh my god.
Now, meanwhile, though, you do have to take a look at what's going on here. We're building fire bats, not building Marines. We're being very turtled up as Terran here, and we're going into Spire. There's no eBay. There's no Marines. There's nothing to defend against these mutas, and all he has to do is keep poking and being annoying with these links until the mutas are on the board.
Yeah, I mean, it's like he's alive, but how long for, right? He's terminal. The doctor's giving him, like, until mutalisks are at his base to live.
And I'll take your apology. I did predict the ground army. I'll take your apology. Thank you.
I never said it would be air. I never said it would be air. I said I wasn't going to predict.
I'm just the savant of these weird games. Like, oh, this one's gonna be weird. No, this is exactly what it is.
Yeah, man. Even those normal games like the DT Rush, I wouldn't say that's weird. You totally figured it out. Okay, terminating another barracks here, and he's getting the eBay, but the Spire's just about done.
He just scanned the Spire at about 80%, so he knows what's about to happen. Has to be very careful. There's enough firebats here where the Lynx aren't going to be able to like swarm and just destroy these Marines, but like how are you going to secure your natural again right now? This feels so rough for the Terran.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's even a question of securing natural. I think it's a question of like keeping his main when the mutalisks arrive. I really think they're just going to.
And we're actually even seeing a little bit of fun build from our Zerg Brett. Like, he's actually getting a attack upgrade for his mutalisks, realizing how big of an advantage he has right now. A stim going out to try to fight these off, chasing off some of the Lynx, a little group ready to backstab if he overextended, but Ranko making sure he's being careful.
Yeah, so I think it makes sense to get +1 attack when you're going by versus muta. Because it actually helps against turrets as well. Oh no, there's medics. Oh. Big misclick by Ranko. That's actually quite critical. He really needed those. Okay, looks like Brett's going to come in here. He's not going to wait. Not the best meter micro though. Really not the best, actually.
Yeah.
So
I think he's trying to particularly snipe out these fire bats a little bit. He was just a bit missing the clicks a little bit.
Okay, what's in here? One turret. I see one turret.
Yeah, and it's not even covering most of the mineral line. This is a brutal situation.
Okay. And since he's landed his natural, they can just go mine there now. He's a refugee SC. Okay, the Marines do come in here, and that turret somehow finishes, so Ranko's doing it. There's more drones than SCVs, and that's never a good time. Oh man, these mutalisks getting shredded right there, though.
Yeah, a little bit of sloppy control moving around there, but here come the Lynx to force the natural to chill out again as well. This is just brutal abuse of the map right now.
But these Marines and Firebats will be able to clean up these Lynx pretty quickly. It's just a question of how many SCVs are going down here. Oh my god, so many mutalisks died. I'm wondering if Terran can actually come across the map. Okay, no, there is a sunken up, and he could easily make more.
Yeah, he's starting to add on a couple more mutas, but yeah, Brett definitely taking more loss than he need to. I actually thought the attack on the front would have been a lot better if the Lynx just straight went for the turrets, but they were like poking at the CC, trying to kill SCVs. Like, if they just killed the turrets right away, then it's a lot harder for these mutas to get deflected.
And you know, Ranko's been very efficient here of how many mutalisks are being killed. And you know, we didn't see Brett doing anything else. He's just sticking with mutalisks here. So, oh, look at that Link counter attack, very nice. Okay. All that fire back though.
Run away! No!
Oh, worst fate for a Zerg than to be roasted alive.
I don't know. Maybe they enjoy it. Maybe it's like a nice summer tan.
Okay, so we're gonna see this army here.
Yeah, Ranko is tired of this and actually trying to push across the map, pulling the mutas to be forced for defense.
Well,
some sunk-ins being more, but not a lot.
Yeah, I guess it's just not quite enough for Renko. Oh, and these medics are going to go down. That's actually about it for this push. Now it's not going to happen for sure. He needs to retreat and get like 4 medics with this force before the Mutalisks kill it all. And he is trying to run back here. Oh no, he's still advancing. Another medic comes out, but only one.
Yeah, +1 weapons for the bio is about to finish, so it's going to help out with this a little bit. But Muta's engaging at just the right time before the upgrade finishes.
Yeah, crushing this force. And I think that was Renko's last hope. Because his economy is just too behind here. I don't think he can really keep up with this Muta production, and even the Zerg with a 3rd base up.
Yeah, we're actually even ignoring the Mutas at this point. We're about to finish the higher list dead, so we're going into that next step, the Lurkers, and there's just not the infrastructure here to protect against Lurkers with these small amounts of bio as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But here come 12 Mutas into the main. There's only 2 turrets here. Not going to be enough at all.
Actually, that's 13 Mutalisks.
Oh wow, more than the group.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's kind of smart by Brett saying, well, like, I don't really need to do Muta macro here. I just need to get in there and bash the SC.
Yeah, if your Mutas are outnumbering Marines, definitely. I wouldn't even micro right here. I would just like hold position.
I mean, he's like leaving 2 of them hold position and macroing the rest. I think it's fine. GG. He's got like the tanking Mutas and then the DPS Mutas, you know?
Oh, jeez. That was a much more early game focused game. I'm trying to like think of the way I want to say that, where it's like we're not going for crazy super late game area. It's like, oh, Lings are good when you don't have a ramp, so let's go Lings.
Yeah, I liked Brett's setup there with the early gas, like a bit unexpected maybe how early it was, and luckily made those 8 Lings before his overlord died. I think Renko would have had an easy win if it wasn't for that, because that overlord is really just such a big hit.
Yeah, he just took too much damage because he didn't make that bunker for his own defense, just thinking like, he can't. No, he can counterattack, and it's going to be a problem. But here we are, final game of the night. We got our game 3 on clay fields between these 2 tier 1 players, and they're both playing weird stuff, so let's see how this one goes.
Yeah. Alright, the top right, in the, I don't know what you call this, pale green, I guess. It's Kanzaki Renko. And in the bottom left, in the black, it's Brett.
So, we've seen some more standard play on Taucross, and we saw some really wild stuff on Matchpoint. What are we seeing on this map, you think?
Anything but Goliath build, please. Because, you know, it'd be pretty good if you just went Goliath build and went into, like, long-term split map, and that could be pretty easy on this map. But I'm hoping for anything other than that.
So, I could be, you can tell me if I'm like misperceiving how the build goes, but given how Renko's played both the other games, like the Goliath build, every time I see is like walling off 2 bases, building my force, like really kind of a defensive, and that doesn't seem to be what Renko wants to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with that so far. I mean, the last game, he was just going for a regular 2x Academy play. He wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like he's going to just be like, I'll see you in a while with a bunch of Goliaths and upgrades and stuff. Like he doesn't. I think he likes the aggression of something like a bio or like that 2-port race, something where you can use a little mechanical ability to get some action done. And it feels like when you have a player like that, they might have a variety of builds, but usually like I feel like a player like that tends to stay on builds like that, where it's like, no, I want the tempo, I want to set the pace.
But you don't think he would respect how big Clayfields is and how difficult it is to really get anything done?
I mean, considering how easy it is to just take expansions and chill out on match point, no, I don't.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, we'll see. Like I said, I don't want to make any predictions after that first game. I'm just like, oh god, what is going on? No?
Oh, you're a coward.
Well, look, I tried making predictions earlier in this cast and it did not work out, so I figure I just better shut up. Leave the analysis to you. You really know what you're doing.
Oh my god. That sentence is not right. That's not right at all.
So tell me, is there going to be DTs in this game?
I can say with confidence there will not be Dark Templar in this game.
Brave of you to say that, alright.
I'm trying to think though, like if you're gonna do something a little bit weird as the Zerg player, what would you be doing here? And just like looking at the map a little bit with all this high ground and variation, like maybe this is the kind of map where you'd go Lurkers instead of Muta.
Yeah, well, That's definitely a consideration, but I don't think that should decide on its own. Even the high ground is still kind of helpful for mutalisks, because you can abuse that against fire as well if they're standing near it. And in fact, as you're going across the map, all those cliffs help mutalisks a lot as well. So I'm not so sure. I don't think 3H Lurker is really in favor. 2H Lurker on the other hand, maybe, but you're just trying to run in and kill them with that anyway. You can't contain 2H Lurker.
Well, I think this player Brett is shown that they prefer this 2-hatch style. They've done it both games so far. I think they want that little bit of aggression, a little flexibility of how they want to handle things.
You're certainly right about that. I wonder if we'll see Link Speed first again. No, it is going to be a layer here. Okay, so this is an early gas for, but it's not like a mech timing. I'm not quite sure what he's going to do here.
Is this about the time you get gas if you're doing like a 5-rax?
Yes, but you don't normally do that against 2-hatch. I wonder if cross positions is far away enough that you could get away with that, but I doubt it. I wouldn't have thought it'd make that much difference. Well, I guess we just have to wait and see what he's going to do here. It is going to be a... No, I thought he was going to make a barracks there. Oh. Maybe he's going to go into factory from here. Not really sure what that would look like.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate. The scout SV goes down just before the time you would start a Hydra Day if you were rushing for a 2-hatch lurker.
Unfortunate.
We're going straight.
Start a factory. Look at this.
Alright, so what is this saying to you? What are we looking at here?
I mean, he'll have to go live just to defend mutalisks, right? So I think this is just a variation to get the command center first, I suppose. Like, I can't see what else Terran can do. Like, I don't think you have time to go to what Rave. And what else are you going to do against mutalisks other than Goliath?
Look at this SCV just waltzing into the base. Nothing here to even try to dissuade it.
Too easy.
Too easy. Straight to the Spire. Oh, that's...
So here's the problem, though. I'm not sure the armory's going to be up in time for Renko. Like, he'll have a couple of Goliaths, but not many. Beyond that, like, how long is Goliath range going to take? Oh my god, some lag coming in here.
Yeah, so that's okay. The internet is finally like full. It can't handle any more awesome games tonight. But we're gonna give him one more. We're gonna make it happen.
It was filling up the internet. That's what we're doing.
I mean, that's how the internet works, right? We've used it all. We used all the internet.
It's like a big bucket, just constantly being filled. When the stuff's overflowing, oh god.
Well, there's your armory, so here's your Goliath build that you want to see so badly. I know you're interested.
Well, no, I don't mind this because it is a variation, right? It's not just the same thing. He needs a machine shop, man. I think there's going to be like a slight period where the mutants have the advantage, maybe kill a few SCVs, but ultimately enough Goliaths will come out that he can just defend just fine.
Right, and we're getting into engineering bay just for that extra help against the mutas. Seems like everything's timed out quite well to handle this 2-hatch rebuild.
Typically what you do here, you just have like 1 or 2 turrets on and that should be enough to keep you alive. But honestly, I think the CV is a little bit late. I guess it'll be just in time.
And in the meantime, we do have that third base for the Zerg over at 9 o'clock being established. I'm in a place with a gas, and actually, look at that, taking the extractor before the hatchery's even finished, wants to really like rush for gas. I'm curious if there's going to be some kind of, like, what would you use all this gas for other than like a hive rush?
Mutas. Lots of mutas. They cost equal minerals and gas, right? And how many drones does he already have on minerals? He's got like 17 on minerals. So.
Yeah, I didn't realize how late his natural extractor was. Like this feels quite late.
Okay, so I think it's just going to be like basically a mass muta play here, where the Zerg just tries to get so many mutalists they just overwhelm however many Goliaths there. And it can work.
But if you're going to do that, why wouldn't you do a 3-hatch build? If you're going to like not go for that early pressure and you want to just build up a lot of economy.
If you open 3-hatch, that opens you up to harass from things like 111, as well as like the vultures kind of have more time. Like they can run in sometimes with 3 vultures, and Terran just has a lot more time to get set up. You really want to put the pressure on and make Terran make the turrets and get the Goliath range so early. And just the sooner you have the mutalists, the sooner you can start harassing if they're not defended. I mean, look, I kind of agree with you that I would kind of like to see Zerg go 3-hatch against this. And I'm not saying that like 2-hatch is better. I think 3-hatch probably would be better in the long run. But it seems like Zergs just prefer to get the tech earlier and put the pressure on Terran. And it is like an equal option, right? It's not worse.
Yeah. So we are seeing the weapons upgrade again for the mutas going into this kind of build. We're actually seeing a pretty early starport. I'm used to seeing more factories than this before the starport, or am I just misremembering it?
that indicates that Terrans actually just wants to expand here and take this to a longer game, because you go up to the upgrades and the science vessels and so on. You are right that normally you just go up to 5 factories and don't even get a starport, and you just come out with the life tank and try and kill them. That's what we normally see.
Well, here's your here's your 5 factories now.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe that. No, he's getting the science facility as well. So I don't know. He's not going to be able to afford all these things.
Yeah,
he's just not going to have enough gas for vessels as well as 5 factory Goliath production.
Yeah, interesting. They're actually killing the supply depot that's in the way. That supply blocks Ranko because it was just built as a natural to protect against the early game. Here comes some mutas around the backside though.
That was a nice anti-link setup he had. I mean, Goliath range now is finished, so I think he'll be fine against this. Just a couple of SCVs getting picked off here. You know, Zerg's economy is looking pretty good with that third being up for so long.
Yeah, if you look at the worker count, they're about even. That's terrible. Yeah. That's terrifying.
Yeah, sure.
I'm really intrigued because this has been confirmed at this point it's Goliath, and the Zerg players still just going mutas. They don't care. They're just gonna keep building them.
Well, that's the thing. They can counter the Goliaths if you have enough. If you get them all in one place, they're kind of more concentrated in.
This feels dangerous. How aggressive! Franco's being so aggressive with these Goliaths. It feels dangerous.
Yeah, that is pretty risky. I mean, once these mutalists get back, I think he's going to lose all these. But there's a lot of Goliaths. Okay, look, I think Ranko's plan here is he comes out with a Radiate unexpectedly, because normally, like, if Terran is doing a 2-base push, they don't get vessels for so much longer. And he just tries and runs them over with Goliaths, because like you say, he's only going to have mutalisks, and a couple of Radiates can make a huge difference in that fight.
Oh, for sure. That makes a lot of sense. But he does have to do that, but we've seen how it has been. There's no Scourge here to dissuade all muta all the time, so I think this might work. But here come the mutas in. They're going to see the starport building something. They're actually going to see the vessel as it pops out. Oh, these mutas catch this vessel. Oh no!
That is enormous. That's like almost game winning, I feel like, for Brett here. Because I think that's everything Ranko was working towards.
Muta's trying to take a little bit of a straight up fight, getting out before he loses too much. Has 11 mutas still in that group here. I think he lost like 1 or 2. But nothing too terrible.
Huge pickoff coming in there.
Yeah, and actually here we go, moving out of the mutas, starting to build into a Hydralisk army. Adding on a bunch of Hydralisks, now getting that Hydra movement speed. And I think if you just like kill that science vessel and you know you're like delaying all this stuff from your opponent, if they're waiting for the science vessel again, this like extra burst of Hydras might come as a little bit of a surprise.
Well, if he's just going for the vessels here, right, and not building any tanks, the Hydras make a lot more sense. Because the Hydras really struggle when there's a few siege tanks mixed in with the Goliaths, but if it's just Goliath, they're not too bad. Oh, more SCVs going down. Great harass from Brett, but needs to be careful. A lot of Goliath missiles coming in here. Does lose a couple.
Yeah, I think that worked out pretty okay though. When we see an SCV kind of scattering around a little bit, Wrecking Ball did take his 4th base down in the 7 o'clock base, which does have another gas for him to take as well.
Alright, looks like Ranko is starting to move out before the vessel's quite ready. Just trying to get across the map now. Rip that overlord. Brett sees all this. Oh man, these Goliaths getting very spread out, but also not fighting. We're just going to have the pacifist.
Oh, gotta be careful not get baited into this fight against the Hydras.
Yeah, I'm really kind of reckless army movement by Ranko. He's getting his Goliaths all spread out into a line there.
Oh, he's got a high ground advantage here at least.
Yeah, like, I think these Hydras can't win this fight on their own, and the Mutalisks getting shredded. Oh my gosh. Yeah, crushing those mutas actually. Oh, but now who has the high ground?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I don't know, I feel like those Goliaths could actually win that fight. But he's going to retreat for reinforcements, and that's so many more Goliaths. God damn. He's taking Goliath build very literally today.
Yeah, this is definitely interesting. We're actually upgrading the armor plate, so that's going to make a lot more effective against the Hydras once that gets finished.
+1 first, which is not normally what you do. Normally you get armor because of those mutalisk bounces, so this is a bit unorthodox. Good against Hydras though, definitely better against Hydras.
SCV sees the base down at the 11 or at the 7 base, and here comes all those Goliaths moving down. And it does have one science vessel with now with plenty of energy. Has to be careful not to lose to the mutas again.
Yeah. Alright, well those mutas taking a lot of damage as well there. Okay, so the thing is, with so many more Hydras, so many fewer mutas though, the vessel is a bit less valuable. Defense matrix could still be very good, and on Hydras isn't the worst thing in the world. It looks like he's going to take out this 4th pretty easily, but Zerg's just going for the counter. I don't know about this. There's like a bunker with 4 Marines and plenty of Goliaths. He just falls back to this bunker. It's going to give Terran such a defense advantage here.
Yeah, I think wisely Zerg being careful not to engage too much harder than he has to here.
I guess he's just trying to cut off reinforcements because he wants to deal with this army on its own. But like, I think Renko's aware of that. It's like, okay, the Hydras are gone. Do I come out now? Well, it looks like he's gonna stay.
We're seeing some fun stuff from our Zerg player though, getting the Overlord drop. So don't know what it's going to be used for. I don't see any Overlords particularly in position to abuse that when it gets ready. These Goliaths taking off a couple more mutas though, but getting sandwiched by a bunch of Hydras. One D-Matrix coming through.
On the perfect Goliath. That's like the linchpin of his position here.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, GG. Yeah, I think he knows once all those Hydras get melted, which they were getting melted, there's going to be enough Goliaths to take out the third as well. Damn, Goliath's pretty good unit, huh? So that's it. Renko does it 2-1.
Yeah, Renko takes that. And there's a lot of very interesting games today.
Yeah, damn, that was a great series. Renko making it real interesting.
That's unbelievable. So, what we got coming for you guys, this is going to be the end of our match tonight, but we definitely have more casts coming throughout the week. I know Saturday we are finishing up the rest of the Tier 1 from this match. We're doing some Tier 3 also from week 2. You got some games just like sprinkled throughout, like pretty much just like, it feels like I think every day there's some kind of cast. So stay in the Discord, stay informed with the CPL official casts. And like I said, on the 18th, I believe there is an Apocalypse show match between 2 players. The best of 9 are playing all the games, and that's going to be super exciting to watch. This is cast by Strom, Carlin, and Least. A very good time. Tune into those if you haven't seen them yet. Other than that, though, everything that we're doing here is going to be on the Discord. We're going to try to promote it on other things as well. This weekly match is going to be every Thursday, starting at 6 o'clock. And we're always going to try to rotate around what teams we're going to see, what kind of matches, but we're going to try to keep it highly entertaining for you guys. It's been a fun time for me and Neblime. And Neblime, you want to say anything before we go?
No, you pretty much covered it all.
Well, great. So, everyone, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week for sure. But like I said, so much content coming out every day, all week long. Just stay on the Discord, stay informed, check it out, give everyone the love they deserve for helping out with the season.